Good afternoon, everyone, and as you can see, we're overriding our Central PA Live program today for our Neighbors in Need Telethon. I'm Alex Hazard.
And I'm Amanda Kenny.
Well, you know, we've been talking all day about all the folks that have been affected by Hurricane Michael and how that could really be anybody. Natural disasters have no discrimination, and this time it happens to be our neighbors to the south, but next time it could be us. So we're asking everybody to pick up the phone because these people need our help. The number is 1-800-946-9825.
Absolutely. You can also just stop in. We've had people drop off some cash to help donate, or you can go to our website, wearecentralpa.com, and we have a little button there for you where you can click and also donate as well.
You know, mountains of debris and shattered lives. Just over a week has passed since Hurricane Michael tore through the Florida Panhandle, and for some, the recovery process will be lengthy. John Lornick has the story.
Mexico Beach, all but unrecognizable to those who call this place home.
It's almost like you're in a dream, like it's not really real, but you know it is.
Residents are literally picking up the pieces left by Hurricane Michael.
Pictures, anything that's you can't replace, just the things that are irreplaceable.
Our house, what's left is a concrete slab, and everything that the house and whatever was in it is in that pile of debris that's up at the street.
Hurricane Michael is responsible for at least 32 deaths in 4 states: Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. Roughly half of the confirmed fatalities were in Bay County, Florida, where Michael landed at Category 4 status. But sheriff's deputies say they're finding more victims as the water recedes. They also say people who didn't evacuate could be buried beneath piles of concrete, wood, and metal. Despite the damage, residents say a renaissance is on the way.
We will rebuild and we'll be okay.
This isn't the end of Mexico Beach. We still have a big story to write, and we're going to write one.
FEMA has teams in Florida helping residents register for disaster help. There are also dozens of distribution stops in Florida and Georgia where victims can get food and water. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Well, as you can see, the devastation there is just, it's devastating. I mean, it's right there in the word, and we're asking for your help. If you can donate, 1-800-946-9825. Every single dollar helps. We have some people here waiting for phones, and you can see the issue right now is the phones aren't ringing, so we need your help. Call into that number. And now, Karen, you are a volunteer at the American Red Cross, and can you tell, and you work for the American Red Cross. Can you tell everybody where these dollars are going?
Well, don't worry about, people will call up and say, well, I only have $10 or I only have $20. That all adds up together, and when you look at where your money goes, $20 can provide a day in a shelter for someone, snacks, a meal. We appreciate every penny that people send, and the need for this one is great. We still have, in fact, 365 people are still in shelters from the last hurricane, and there are about 1,400 that are still in shelters for Michael. So this is an ongoing disaster, and the Red Cross will be on the ground for weeks to come, long after these storms are gone. So,
and it's my understanding that you actually still have several people in shelters from Florence as well. So the American Red Cross is really using all of its resources right now.
That's correct. And one of the things about the Red Cross is we respond immediately. And there are some nonprofits that, you know, once the money's gone, the money's gone. The Red Cross continues to provide service, and so that's why we are asking for your help today to help us replenish the things that we have given out. We had 2 back-to-back hurricanes, so the need is tremendous, and we appreciate all the help that we've received and hope that today you'll find it in your heart to continue to help your neighbors to the south.
Again, that number, 1-800-946-9825. And you know, one of the things we were talking about earlier, and something that I've been thinking about all day, is all the things we throw money away on, right? Mm-hmm. When we go to the ATM and it says, hey, you have to pay a $3 fee for the ATM. Why don't you take that $3 and donate it? Because it only costs $5 to help somebody to help somebody with one of those kits that the American Red Cross passes out.
Absolutely. And really, this is kind of just the beginning, because from my understanding, I mean, the Red Cross will be down there helping people all through the holidays. You
Sure.
know, and this is a really tough time, this time of year for a lot of people. It's supposed to be a time of happiness and joy with the holidays coming up, and a lot of these people won't have a home, and they won't have warm food, and that's where the Red Cross also comes in with helping to give them a hot meal and some shelter, and like you said with the kids, just the essentials.
Well, you know, I think about being a little kid and being afraid of a thunderstorm, right? Can you remember being a little kid and looking out the window and hearing the thunder or seeing the lightning and being terrified? Can you imagine being a kid and looking out the window and seeing devastation like this in your backyard? These are kids that don't have a toothbrush, that don't have dinner on the table, don't have a table to put the dinner on. This is true devastation, and they need your help. Again, that number 1-800-946-9825. These people need your help, and you know, we call this telethon the Neighbors in Need telethon, because guess what? These people are our neighbors, and this time it's them that needs our help, but next time it could be us that needs theirs.
Yes, and this isn't just another hurricane. We were showing you earlier the video of like you said, the devastation. It looks like multiple tornadoes ripped through this area of Florida. I mean, things were lifted up as if it were a tornado and absolutely torn apart.
I've even heard some people compare this to a war zone, right? And you hate to make such a dramatic comparison, but it's that devastating. These people's homes ripped down, windows smashed in, doors gone down. Again, no dinner on the table, no toothbrush to brush your teeth with. These are things that I can't imagine my life without. And here we are in the United States of America, you know, one of the greatest country on earth, and can you imagine here in the United States of America not having the things that you need? The American Red Cross is who steps in. Those are the people that have boots on the ground. We need to support those that support us.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more coverage from the telethon, as well as an update from meteorologist Matt Riddle. Stay with us.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofuspa.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Get the most out of your adventures in a Toyota SUV built with stylish durability and reliable tech features. Get to your Toyota dealer now during Toyota's big event. Are you in? Lease a Highlander now for only $289 a month, or buy one with $1,750 cash back, or pick a Sienna with $3,000 cash back. Toyota's big event is on now. Toyota, let's go places.
At Longhorn, step into wood, stone, steak. Don't prepare a meal for yourself. Prepare yourself for a meal. Feast on one of Longhorn's steakhouse cuts. 12-ounce New York strip, center cut Flo's filet. For a limited time, 14-ounce Delmonico. The feeling, the flavor, the place. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
At Pars Pro Hearing Services, audiologists specialize in the identification, assessment, and treatment of all hearing, tinnitus, and balance disorders, using the most advanced diagnostic equipment and evidence-based protocols.
It's amazing, just amazing how much I can hear and what I'm not missing any longer.
For your best hearing,
with personalized care,
call Pars Pro Hearing Services today.
Are you using a cloud service provider that has become unreliable? Have you lost information, or has your business productivity suffered because of these issues? We are VI Logix, a national enterprise cloud service provider specializing in the latest data security and backup technologies. We have a team of cloud and security data experts ready to help all businesses affected by this outage. Contact us now for a free analysis of your network to make sure you're protected. VI Logix, the next generation of IT.
Okay, we are back. And we're still continuing our special telethon here in our studio. The American Red Cross has partnered up with our Neighbors in Need telethon, and we are raising money for the folks who are being affected by Hurricane Michael. It has been damaging homes and it has taken lives and caused injuries. You can help the people that are in need by simply calling 1-800-946-9825. We have the number provided there on your screen.
Yeah, it helps out a lot. Red Cross is really strung out, second year in a row. They need your support. So.
And you know, it wasn't that long ago we were doing this telethon for Hurricane Florence, and you know, the American Red Cross is still there, and they're going to be helping these folks, I'm sure, for months and months to come. But right now, we do want to give you an update on our weather. Obviously, not as severe. Mike Doyle, how are things looking for us here?
Quite chilly outside for most of us. This morning it was cold. If you thought this morning was really cold, wait until tonight and early tomorrow morning. Our temperatures another notch colder, upper 20s for tonight. Here's a look at our currents. 51 degrees in Altoona, Huntington at 56, Johnstown 46 right now, Somerset at 43, and Bedford the lower 50s. A lot of sunshine out there, but it's still quite cool overall. Most of us are a little bit cooler, especially south for our southern counties. About 7 degrees cooler this afternoon in Somerset, Bedford about 4 degrees cooler, but up towards the north seeing a bit more sunshine there, where yesterday they saw some rain and some clouds. That's why they're a smidge warmer for this afternoon. Our winds are a bit breezy for a lot of us, not as strong though as yesterday. It was pretty windy yesterday. Today just breezy, 14 miles per hour for Clearfield, Indiana about 12 miles per hour, Altoona at 16, and Johnstown about 14 miles per hour. Here's where that cold front is that brought us some rain and also a little bit of flurries last night for the northern part of our area here in central PA, but we do have some relief heading our way. High pressure just off towards the west. That's going to keep us sunny for today, but cool. Then tomorrow, still sunny, but we're going to get a little bit warmer as due to the wind switching from the north out of the south. But again, a few high-level clouds passing on by for our northern counties throughout the day today, but most of us just saw plenty of sunshine out there. And like I mentioned, because of the sunshine, there's a lot of sun out there, but we're still cool. For tonight, we're going to keep that clear sky going, and also do have a frost advisory issue for the counties here in this blue color. So that's Blair County, Huntington County, Bedford County, and also the eastern part of Center County. So temperatures for a lot of us in the upper 20s to the lower 30s. Here's our lows: 34 for Lock Haven, 29 for Clearfield, Altoona at 32, Johnstown 31, and Bedford 29 degrees. So again, cold for tonight, still tracking a few flurries this weekend. Details about that coming up in a few minutes. We'll be right back, so stay with us.
Teachers, they do more than educate, they inspire and encourage their students. WTAJ, your news leader, and allied milk producers want to honor the very best with a Teacher of the Month contest. Go to wearecentralpa.com and register your favorite teacher.
For those who find comfort in the safety and stability of a certificate of deposit, it's time to talk with us at Reliance Bank. Reliance Bank. Together, we'll find a way.
Both of the kids came down with a nasty fever.
And neither could keep fluids down. Their pediatrician wasn't open.
And we didn't want to go to the ER. As a parent,
I know there's nothing worse than seeing your babies in pain.
Thankfully, our MedExpress doctor recognized
The virus and administered fluids and medicine to bring their fevers down. And their week ended on a good note after all.
This is customizable streaming TV for your family, whatever size. It's saving money with flexible channel packs, live TV and the latest shows to stream, and all your streaming apps in one place, even Netflix. This is how Xfinity makes life simple, easy, awesome.
Get started with Xfinity Internet, TV, and Voice for just $79.99 a month for 2 years and ask about customizable streaming TV options. Click, call, or visit a store today.
How can you lose that belly fat?
I've lost 3 inches off my belly.
In a month.
Next, Inside Edition.
Inside Edition, Thursday at 7.
Cars and trucks cost less in Claysburg. See Ziegler Chevrolet for a fantastic selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Ziegler Chevrolet, 100 years of doing business the right way.
For those who find comfort in the safety and stability of a certificate of deposit, it's time to talk with us at Reliance Bank. Reliance Bank. Together, we'll find a way.
Turkey, potatoes, rolls, pumpkin pie, and the list goes on. How would you like to have your Thanksgiving dinner paid for? Celebrate Thanksgiving with a Turkey Day giveaway sponsored by J&P Auto Mart. One winner will receive a $150 gift card. Enter to win at wearecentralpa.com.
This portion of Central PA Live is brought to you by Ford.
You know, it's been a week since Hurricane Michael ripped through the Florida's panhandle, and we're still seeing its devastating aftermath. Yesterday, Florida officials confirmed 3 more deaths in Bay County. This brings the death toll to at least 33 people, 22 in Florida alone. It is not immediately known how the people passed away, but sheriff's deputies say they're finding more victims as the water recedes. They also say people who did not evacuate could be buried beneath piles of concrete, wood, and metal. The exact number of missing people isn't known. The Florida Department of Health provided an online form to help get a count of those unaccounted for or needing help.
Yeah, and you know, Alex, and that's the issue is the death toll is going to go up because they have buildings that are just mounds of rubble, and as they clear the rubble, they find.
Well, and you know, sometimes I think, and I apologize because this gets me a little emotional, but I have to tell you, we're calling them buildings. These aren't buildings. These are people's homes. Yeah. They're apartment buildings. There's people's businesses that they've worked their entire lives to get. This is people's livelihood, and it's. I think when we call it buildings, sometimes it kind of desensitizes that. I want you to remember, these are people's homes, and this could be our backyard. We've seen devastation happen here before, and this time it just happens to be these folks. And you know, earlier we got a Facebook message from somebody that said, "Why not help people in our backyard?" Well, I have to say, we need to help everybody.
Yeah, we do.
And
we do.
This time it might be them, but next time it could be us.
Well, and if you remember last time around, we actually were splitting the donations, and if they wanted, and if you still want to give to those who were affected by our floods, I mean, you can make note of it in your donation, and the Red Cross will use it because the Red Cross is helping everyone out there, and you know, and it's touching you. I can tell.
Oh, sure.
And this is the one thing I explained to my students when I was teaching my meteorology class. I said, you know, and I look tired, and they can notice it. I'm like, it takes an emotional toll. And so, you know, we are here reporting it, and we're human. It does take a toll on us. Yeah. Now, think about the poor workers at the Red Cross, and think of the people, the emotional toll that's on people.
Well, and you know, we were just talking about people trapped under buildings. Yeah. Again, we're saying people. That could be somebody you know, that could be your brother, that could be your sister, your father, your mother, your child. Yeah. Can you imagine how scary it must be for a child to be trapped under there? And I was talking to Karen here, who works for American Red Cross during the commercial break, and she was saying that not only does the American Red Cross help while this is going on, but they have mental health people that help much longer after this disaster has passed, because the disaster isn't over when it's over.
And you got to remember too, we're also just speaking as if adults. There are children whose lives they don't understand. They can't go home.
Right.
And you know, they need as much as they can, and the Red Cross is helping out a good bit with that. And I want to, and Alex, I mean, the hearts are opening up across central Pennsylvania. I want to thank John and Ardith Solers from Huntington. Thank you so much for your large donation. I hope you didn't say not mention it, for $1,000. So thank you so much for that.
And by the way, they're not the only ones that have been donating that much.
No,
it's just unbelievable.
Agnes, thank you, from Robertsdale, who made a donation of $100. And again, I'm reading just a couple of them. But even, you know what? 5 people giving $20 is $100. 10 people giving $100 is $1,000. We've already raised close to $10,000.
And when they say every dollar counts, they really mean it. And we just want to give that number to you again, 1-800-946-9825. We're helping the victims of Hurricane Michael. We'll be right back with continued coverage of the American Red Cross Telethon. Please stay with us.
Green Bean Coffee House is a proud sponsor of Central PA Live.
Join WTAJ News Thursday for Neighbors in Need, Relief from Michael. The latest information on what you can do to donate and help those affected by Michael. Help the Red Cross help those in need. WTAJ, your news leader.
Excuse me, this bill is almost double what I was expecting.
Well, it covers all your work, and then some.
Then some?
Like office supplies.
Those are fish.
Well, I'm off to the club.
Denson?
Okay, let's try something new.
And here's your statement.
I could hug you.
Bring it in.
At Aspen Dental, we're a different kind of dentist. Not covered by insurance? Get a free new patient exam. Schedule online or call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
Real people, steel people. They want real power, real options, and real value. This fall, get a real solution. Get a Steel.
Hunting season starts now in Pennsylvania, and it's time to get out there and go for it. Gander Outdoors is having its biggest hunting event of the year. Massive savings on hunting, shooting sports, tactical gear, ammo, accessories, and a whole bunch more. With millions in inventory, all at warehouse pricing, Gander Outdoors won't be undersold. And I guarantee it, you deserve warehouse pricing, and Gander Outdoors is the only place to get it. Look for the giant American flag and celebrate our freedom.
Today we're here to talk about trucks.
I love trucks.
Well, what truck brand comes from the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road?
I think it's the Chevy.
Ford.
It's not Ford.
I think it's Ram.
It's not Ram either.
It's Chevy.
Gorgeous.
Get a total value of $11,000 when you finance with GM Financial on this Silverado Crew Cab. Or current qualified GM lessees can lease this Silverado Double Cab for around $249 a month.
Hello, this is Charlie Kimmin from Kimmin Plumbing and Heating. It's that time of year again to call and book your furnace and boiler cleanings. Carbon monoxide is the silent killer. We will make sure to check for carbon monoxide in your heat exchanger and your flues. So don't forget, call us at Kimmin Plumbing and Heating.
We appreciate local business because we're local people. Trust in us, your hometown favorites, Kimmin Plumbing and Heating.
When you think of trucks, you think of Courtesy Ford.
Expiration date, please.
Welcome back. We're continuing our coverage here for our telethon, Neighbors in Need, supporting the victims of Hurricane Michael. And, you know, Amanda, we were talking earlier about, you know, you've been in the business for a while now, and about how the American Red Cross is always the first organization on the ground helping those in need. And you were recalling, actually, there was a time where Amanda was a reporter in the area I grew up. She's a little bit older than me. And so,
was that even necessary for the story?
And so, but we were recalling earlier about how I remember watching you do the coverage of the flooding, and you can remember the American Red Cross going around with the truck. I want you to tell that story.
Oh my goodness, this is something I'll never forget in my entire career. We had they're called the ERVs, the emergency vehicles that they have.
Emergency response vehicle.
That is
yes.
it, absolutely. And so they had these 3 volunteers that I got to follow around for the day, and they were bringing hot meals to the neighborhoods. And you said you remember, I mean, people's homes were literally falling apart, like their foundations fell apart. So they were having to figure out, what do I do next? Like they're in their homes trying to rebuild, and this is only days after. And this American Red Cross truck has a speakerphone saying hot food, hot free food. And so you just see everybody come out of their homes. They just look so devastated, and then they have a smile on their face.
And it was the first smile of the day.
Yes. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
I can imagine. I can imagine after the disaster.
And I remember that same devastation, people having to help friends, you know, clear out their basements because their floors had just caved in. Well, that flooding was just a drip in the ocean compared to what happened here with Hurricane Michael. And Joe, you were explain to people what a storm like this looks like.
Well, and I was just talking to Debbie on the phone, who made a donation, and yes, I will say hi if you make a donation. So it is total destruction. I mean, we're talking about an area, an EF2 tornado. A lot of times you'll see through a small camera lens the damage that happens to a part of a neighborhood or a skinny little track 100 yards wide. We're talking about the equivalent of an EF2 tornado over a swath of many dozens of square miles. And that tears apart most structures. And you're talking about an area that never got hit by a hurricane that strong before. So they've never been tested. And a lot of these buildings, because one never hit there, they were prone. They were not built to modern hurricane standards, and they were prone to just total destruction.
Sure.
And what you worked your whole life for is a mound of rubble.
Right.
And and unfortunately, sometimes for the people who didn't evacuate, unfortunately, there are still people, mothers, fathers, children. Hopefully not children. Hopefully they evacuate with the children in that rubble. And and also another thing that the Red Cross does, they don't only help the victims. They're there, and they also help support and help out the first responders.
Sure.
Because you have to imagine what it's like. And unless you've really, we had a disaster here a couple of times this summer. And some people know, and same thing where I knew someone whose foundation was totally blown out and their house was filled with water and they can't stay there right now. Until that happens, and until you witness what looks like an utter war zone, you don't even realize just how shocking it is when you're there.
And the biggest thing that we have to remember is, and I know I've said this several times throughout the day though, is that natural disasters like this, they don't discriminate. This could happen anywhere, and we're calling this the Neighbors in Need because these are our neighbors, and they need our help. And so again, that number is 1-800-946-9825. A few folks that have helped. We'd like to thank John Kelly, who made a donation.
He was nice. He wanted to, before he wanted to wave from the lady he was talking. Yeah.
We'd like to thank Dorothy Turner, Joe from Du Bois, everybody who's making donations. Thank you so much. But we still need more help. So again, 1-800-946-9825. The lines will be open and continue to be open until 6:30. So you still have time to make that donation. We'll be right back.
Shamar Moore stars in SWAT. New CBS Tonight, 10/9 Central.
See where storms are hitting central Pennsylvania by downloading the WTAJ News app. Tap the icon, then scroll down to weather and see what happens in your neighborhood anytime. Available now from Google Play and the App Store.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofuspa.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Hey Mom, weren't you telling me last week that you had to decide soon on a Medicare Advantage plan?
Yep, and I already decided. It's pretty obvious what was best for me.
With so many choices, shopping for a Medicare Advantage plan can be overwhelming. But I kept it simple. I focused on just a few key things when choosing a plan, like having access to the best doctors and hospitals. I also wanted personal customer service. And of course, it had to be affordable.
Mint chocolate chip or pralines and cream?
Now that's a tough choice.
Here's the plan for getting the Medicare coverage that's right for you. Call us today or go online to find a UPMC for Life seminar near you. UPMC for Life.
Get the most out of your adventures in a Toyota SUV built with stylish durability and reliable tech features. Get to your Toyota dealer now during Toyota's big event. Are you in? Now lease a RAV for only $239 a month, or buy with 1.9% APR for 72 months, or save with $3,000 cash back from Toyota. Toyota's big event is on now. Toyota, let's go places.
With these injuries, we are on the hook for a boatload.
I'm going to bury them.
Delay them.
Forever.
Well,
They'll come around.
Right.
They always do.
They brought in the law offices of Marcus and Mac.
Could you handle this one?
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business. Call Marcus and Mac on the Hurt Line right now.
Green Bean Coffee House is a proud sponsor of Central PA Live.
You have a phone number, Dad?
Okay, we're back.
And we're continuing our special telethon here in our studio. The American Red Cross has partnered up for our telethon Neighbors in Need. We're raising money for the folks who are being affected by Hurricane Michael. This storm has caused major flooding in North and South Carolina and surrounding areas. It has been damaging homes, and it has taken lives and caused injuries. You can help protect the people in need by simply calling 1-800-946-9825. We have that number provided for you there on your screen. And Beth from the American Cross is joining us now. And you know, a lot of times when you donate to an organization, sometimes you kind of wonder where the dollars are going, and that's a valid concern. But what I love about the American Red Cross is how transparent you guys are. So when people make a donation, how is it helping?
Yeah, it's going to go and help. We have, you know, thousands of people still in shelters between the two hurricanes that we've had. So it's going to go help those people in shelters. It's going to provide meals for individuals. We have a volunteer who is from Altoona here, and she's out in Florida now, and she's out serving meals. So that money's going to go and help her make sure that the individuals that are affected by these hurricanes are taken care of.
And you know, one of the things I think we see with this is people are losing their daily necessities. They're losing their toothbrush. They don't have a place to sleep in. So these shelters, I think that, you know, when we think of our basic needs, we think of food, shelter, things of this nature. What sort of things are people receiving when they're at the shelter?
Yeah, so they're going to be taking care of their immediate emergency needs, so that you know, they're going to have a cot to sleep on, they're going to have a blanket, a pillow, and we're going to take care of their medical needs. So if they've lost medicines, if they've lost wheelchairs, walkers, you know, any sort of medical equipment that they need, we're going to make sure they're going to get it. And we also have disaster mental health volunteers there that are taking care of people's mental health, because it is a stressful time. So we're providing those coping skills to help people get through this time of need.
And what happens if someone is without, do you help hook people up if let's say they had to evacuate the last second and they don't have the medications? Does the Red Cross help hook people up with the proper people to get medications and so forth like that?
Yep, our disaster health services team is trained to make sure that they get that medication. So whatever medication they need, we're going to make sure they get it. If it's, you know, walkers, wheelchairs, if we can't get it, we'll work with a partner to assure that they get it. So whatever need they have, we're going to take care of it.
Because sometimes you would sit there and all of a sudden you have to leave.
I have to tell you, that's something I didn't even think of. You know, it's something I didn't even think of. I'm thinking, and medicine obviously important, but then there's things like dinner. Do you know, when you have a family, how difficult it is sometimes, you know, we've all had those difficult times in our lives where it might be difficult to get dinner in a normal situation, let alone in a disaster like this.
Right.
I can't imagine, these people don't have anything.
And imagine being, you know, a mother. I'm a mother of a 10-year-old and having to evacuate my home when she was a newborn. Diapers, wipes, formula, you know, crib. You know, Ken talked earlier, you know, $100 a year donation will help us get a crib for that infant. So I can't imagine mothers evacuating without those necessities. So the Red Cross is there to make sure that we're providing those things that they would need.
Because if you think about it, if it's between getting your baby out of the house and then getting your baby and things, you forget the things. You got to get the baby out, and then they're stuck without. So yeah, that is a great service that you guys provide.
When the hurricane hits, and the, you know, news stations like ours here, but they're locally, come on and say evacuate. That must be a terrifying thing for people to hear. And like you said, they have to leave. They have to just pick up and leave. And how much can you leave with a backpack on your back or whatever you can fit in the car as you're leaving? And then what if you have nowhere to go and you have to stay at one of these shelters? These shelters are helping people live a very basic need life.
Yeah, we're not asking people to get someone's Xbox back, even though that is kind of sometimes some people their therapy, but we're not asking them to give them their luxuries back. We're asking them for the bare necessities. So, and that's the one thing you got to remember.
Again, that number to call, 1-800-946-9825. Every single dollar helps. And we were talking earlier that just $5 can get a kit of some of those necessities that people need. Can you tell us what's in the kit?
Yeah, so our comfort kit has in a toothbrush, toothpaste, a comb, a razor, some shaving cream. For our kids, it's going to have a coloring book in it, some crayons. We give out Mickey Mouses to our kids, a stuffed animal. Just those basic necessities that you really don't think about.
Can you imagine at home waking up in a shelter, no toothbrush, no razor, not a place to take now all of a sudden you have the shelter, you at least have those basic needs.
Yeah.
And so, we're just asking for you to help get those things to people that they need.
1-800-946-9825 is the number to call as we're talking here. And all the phones are busy right now, but if you get a busy signal, call back.
Or you can go to our website, which is wearecentralpa.com. Now, one of the on a lighter note, one of the things I love to think about is, Mr. Rogers always said in these awful, awful situations, look for the helpers. And you know who the helpers are. It's American Red Cross. And it's people like you who are calling in. We want to say thank you to some of the folks that have been calling in and making donations. We'd like to thank Edward Ford from Altoona. He made a nice donation. Virginia Paul here in Altoona made a donation. So thank you so much for your donations. And we have a few more here. Jonathan Daly made a donation. He is from Hollidaysburg. Leonard from Altoona made a donation. Thank you all so much. Continue to help.
Yeah, and I had someone who called up and wanted to say, hey, they'll double what I donate. But I don't want to get into that because there's a lot of people watching right now too. But you can make challenges and that can help out. And contact your friends and neighbors. Tell them what we're doing here.
Yep, absolutely. 1-800-946-9825. We'll be right back.
TV's #1 comedy, The Big Bang Theory. Don't miss a new episode, CBS Tonight.
Every evening from around the world.
In Tehran, Managua, Nicaragua, Barcelona, here in San Juan, Singapore,
Across our nation.
Texas, Pennsylvania,
Tennessee.
Florida, Hawaii, at the White House,
To here at home.
Reporting live in Altoona,
live in Nittany,
live in Johnstown,
in State College, on WTAJ News at 6.
And the CBS Evening News. Original reporting.
every evening right here on WTAJ.
For those who find comfort in the safety and stability of a certificate of deposit, it's time to talk with us at Reliance Bank. Reliance Bank. Together, we'll find a way.
With the Papa John's Extra Large Pizza, you can share it with more people you love, and people you like, and maybe even people you just met, but you have a really good feeling about them. For just $10, enjoy an extra large 2-topping pizza and add a 2-liter Pepsi for just $2 more.
When it's hard to move, why use a walker that's hard to move? Introducing the Hurry Roll, the next level in mobility, brought to you by the makers of the Hurricane, the #1 selling cane in America. Get the Hurry Roll and a free Hurricane, the cane that stands alone, plus free shipping with a 60-day guarantee. Go to hurryroll.com and enter the code below. Hurry Roll goes anywhere, so you can do anything. Uneven pavement? No problem. Rocky gravel? Easy travel. On a cruise? You can't lose. Wherever you go, the Hurry Roll is always the best seat around. In the yard, on the road, or on the move. Need a brake? Use the brake. The locking hand brakes give you rock-solid stability. Thirsty? It even comes with a cup holder. On the go? The lightweight design folds up at a snap. Get your Hurry Roll, free Hurricane, plus free shipping with a 60-day guarantee. Just go to hurryroll.com and enter this code. Ready, set, roll. Hurry Roll.
For those who find comfort in the safety and stability of a certificate of deposit, it's time to talk with us at Reliance Bank. Reliance Bank. Together, we'll find a way.
WTAJ Sports Beat. Friday nights. High school football. Pride. Passion. Spirit. Nobody covers high school football like WTAJ. Sports Beat Fridays at 11:10. Only on WTAJ, your news leader. Brought to you by 5-Star Mitsubishi.
This portion of Central PA Live is brought to you by Ford.
All right, we're back again.
And welcome back to our telethon here. We're supporting our neighbors in need who have been affected by Hurricane Michael. And we've been seeing time and time again how generous our community is here. If you would like to make a donation to help those victims, you can call 1-800-946-9825. And we have Ken here who's from the American Red Cross. And Ken, we talked a little bit ago about where some of those dollars are going, but can you tell us, like, for example, what can $50 do?
$50 can supply meals and sheltering for one individual. $50 can supply diapers and wipes and For an infant in a shelter, we don't think about those kind of things. As we're evacuating, perhaps you leave without them. So $50 can really go a long way for what we do.
And so by that math, $50 for a family of 4, $200 can provide shelter for a family of 4.
Correct. Yeah, for $200, a family of 4, we're talking snacks, meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. That's all meals, I should say. The cots, the blankets, the comfort kits, as you've talked about earlier. It can supply all of that for a family of 4 for $200, yes.
So can you tell us exactly what, I mean, you guys are back-to-back hurricanes right now. So you've mentioned earlier that supplies are depleted.
Correct, yeah. With back-to-back hurricanes nationally, we also had local flooding too. So our generous volunteers have gone out from here, even though we had localized flooding not too long ago here. And yeah, we are in desperate need to replenish the supplies for Florence, and now we have Michael, and yeah, we're in desperate need to keep things going.
Of course, again, that number 1-800-946-9825. And Ken, we say this, but I think you can attest to the fact every dollar really helps.
Absolutely. There is no donation too large, too small. A couple bucks does the comfort kits, the blankets. For $5, you can have the blankets, which, when you have nothing and you're forced to leave your home, a warm blanket just to wrap around you is just, you can't, the comfort it gives people is just amazing.
And Joe, you have a couple of donations coming in there.
And we said $200 would cover the shelter for a family of 4. Well, we did, thanks to an anonymous person from Rockton and then also from Jane. So we got $200. We have shelter for a family of 4.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's greatly needed.
And again, the power of numbers helps out. And this is now added up, and I'm actually adding in my head, we're approaching $12,000.
Yeah.
$12,000.
Thank you.
But you know what? It's so wonderful and it's so great, but it's still not enough. And like you said, there's no donation too small and there's no donation too large. And obviously, we need that number to keep growing. You hear
no, I'm sorry, we won't take your $1 million.
So we need those donations to come. And we've been looking at this footage all day. I don't think I've ever seen things like that, footage like that before. Just sides of buildings, off. And when we were saying the word buildings earlier, and I said, wait, let's not call this buildings anymore. Let's call these homes. These are people's businesses. These are people's livelihoods. Ken, you can attest to the fact, look at this footage. I mean, some of these homes just ripped it. It's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
The last time we had destruction, a hurricane this strong hit the United States was Andrew in 1992, Homestead, Florida, and I talked to a lady on the phone a little bit ago who was there afterwards, and she even said, yeah, even the videos, they don't do justice. When you're down there and you see what it has caused.
Look at that second house in right now. No roof, just bare bones. I mean,
I have surveyed, and I've been on a survey for an EF2 tornado, and and that was just a small little path through a cornfield and one house, and it was horrifying what it did. Now, if you imagine that went through 100 square miles, even more, and just took everything out, that's how big this area was that got the worst of the storm. I'm not even talking about the fringe areas. That was the worst of the storms, like strong tornadoes, winds.
Right.
Yeah, it's just...
And I mentioned this earlier, but I can remember being a kid and looking out the window when you're 5 years old, 6 years old, and being terrified of a thunderstorm, the noises, the lightning strike. Can you imagine being that age and having the side of your house ripped off? And I'm not being dramatic here. You saw the footage there. That's what happened.
Yeah.
And the American Red Cross helps those kids, helps get them shelter, gets them food, helps them get a toothbrush. So if you can make that call, 1-800-946-9825. And Ken, just one more time, can you tell everybody how this is helping?
Sure. Any donation, doesn't matter what the size of it is, can go to something as simple as a snack or feeding, water. I mean, the water supply down here is tainted. So the donations you send will be used to get people on recovery. Now, I want to add too that Red Cross just doesn't walk away. We will have caseworkers that will help people until they're back to their normal way of life.
Well, Ken, we thank the American Red Cross for everything that you're doing, and we thank all of you at home. Again, that number one last time for you before we go to break, 1-800-946-9825. We'll continue with this telethon until 6:30 tonight. Please keep calling in.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Mike Doyle.
Well, this morning we started out very, very cold. A lot of us right around that freezing mark. 32 degrees for St. Mary's and Portland at 32. State College 37. Altoona at 39 degrees. Johnstown 34 degrees. And if you think last night was cold, well, tonight it's going to be a bit colder. A lot of us will be in the upper 20s to the lower 30s. This evening, our setup will be breezy with sun and clouds, cold front out towards our east. We're going to tap into some colder air towards our north. We do have some relief heading our way, though. Not for today. High pressure slides in for tomorrow, and that will keep us a little bit warmer. Hometown forecast for tonight, Driftwood up towards our northern counties, Cameron County, 28 degrees, mainly clear sky. But like I said, we're going to be very, very cold. If you have any kind of plants outside, bring them inside, and if you don't have any plants that you can bring inside, get an old blanket or t-shirt, something like that, and put it over top, and it should knock off a bit of the frost we do expect for tonight. Like I said, tomorrow, a better setup. High pressure slides in a little bit closer. We're going to tap into some warmer air towards our south. Slightly more humid for tomorrow, but still not bad. Our dew points the past couple of days, 20s and 30s. For our Friday, in the 50s. So a bit of a jump right there, but still not bad overall. Mix of sun and clouds. Breezy day overall for our Friday. Our temperature trend, well, 62 for our Friday. Not bad, but we do cool off and get quite cold. Saturday is still not bad, 56 degrees, 44 degrees on Sunday, and really Sunday, it's going to be a nasty day overall. Our lifestyle forecast for tomorrow, giving the green light for just about everything you can do outside. And what we do expect, again, chilly for tonight, a milder Friday, then we do expect a few flurries Saturday night into Sunday, maybe even a light dusting for our higher terrain towards the Laurel Highlands and also our northern counties. But then Sunday will be very cold and very windy, so it's going to feel like we're in the mid to upper 30s on Sunday.
Stressed out? That's how you'll feel when you're hurt in an accident. The insurance company may give you the runaround. That's where we can help. We take over the legal hassle so you have one less thing to stress about. For a free consultation, call 1-800-9-4-EDGAR.
Are you using a cloud service provider that has become unreliable? Have you lost information, or has your business productivity suffered because of these issues? We are VI Logix, a national enterprise cloud service provider specializing in the latest data security and backup technologies. We have a team of cloud and security data experts ready to help all businesses affected by this outage. Contact us now for a free analysis of your network to make sure you're protected. VI Logix, the next generation of IT.
Attention teachers and parents of elementary school children. Encourage your students to enter the Edgar Snyder & Associates Coloring Contest.
Our law firm makes donations to the winter schools. Plus, the kids can win great prizes. Enter today.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Now, as you can see, we are hosting a telethon with Neighbors in Need and the American Red Cross to raise money for the folks affected by Hurricane Michael. Things are getting a little hectic here, which is great.
But it's a good thing because phone calls are flowing in, and we need all the help we can get. Every single dollar counts, right?
Absolutely. And that number is 1-800-946-9825. What do we got here?
Well, yeah. We're just going to say our general manager here at the station also just made a very nice donation.
Very generous
so
donation.
Thank you so much, Phil. Thank you so much. And we had a couple of anonymous donations where, yes, a $500 anonymous donation and another anonymous for $200. Wow. So I am holding well over 1,000. We have a donation from Robert in Bedford. We have a donation from Brookville. Sandy, thank you so much, Sandy. We have Robert from who also made a donation from Huntington, and then State College, Sharon. And we also have Bonnie in DuBois. We're getting donations.
People have been so generous, and we were talking about where are these dollars going, and the dollars are going to do things like feed people, get them toothbrushes, get them everyday needs that we can't imagine living without, and yet right not far along from us, people are living without these things, and the American Red Cross is providing them.
Alex, I know I at times depressing you by bringing things up because I have a fair amount of experience in disasters areas. When we've been talking about, imagine if you lost all your necessities and the homes that these people are losing. Now, on top of that, the other sad thing on all of that is not only do these people lose their homes, their lives are turned upside down, but also a lot of workplaces are now done. So they're actually unemployed.
Out of a job. Out of a
And
job.
not by their company's fault. I mean, if the building's not there anymore.
What are they going to do?
Yeah.
And a lot of, I mean, we always are promoting, you know, on Central PA Live and through the station, support local business. Well, guess what? Some of these local businesses just aren't there anymore.
No.
Just swiped away.
Mexico Beach, that town, I mean, if you had a job in that city, there's a fair chance that you no longer have a job. You don't even have a place to go show up.
Look,
to work
I mean,
anymore.
look at the. I mean, this footage is real, and it's people's livelihoods, their homes, their community torn to pieces. And I hate to say it so dramatically,
I mean, it
but
looks
I'm
like
saying it dramatically
matchsticks
because
on the
this
ground,
is real things that have happened.
Wow, it is so sad. And the worst thing of all is that these people are going to need this help for months to come.
Yes.
I mean, and we're going into
and
the
some of
holiday
this,
season.
some of this, we're talking about some of the people, that's it. They have to uproot, they're going someplace else.
Yeah.
They have to find a whole new home whatsoever. So, I mean, it's really sad. Thank you, Osceola Mills. Just got another donation in from there. 1-800-946-9825. The phones are all busy, but you can call back, and also there's other ways you can give, too.
Yes, you can go to our website, wearecentralpa.com. We have a little icon for you to click on. You can donate there. Also, stop by the station.
Yeah, well, I'd love to say hi to you.
Yeah, we had some people drop off a $20 bill.
Yeah.
I mean, how great is that?
Yeah.
You're going to drop your kids off at practice, whatever, swing in, drop off a quick donation. We want to thank everybody so much. One more time, that number, 1-800-946-9825.
And we will be right back with a weather update from meteorologist Mike Doyle when we return.
Tonight, welcoming an ex-con into your home takes a special kind of generosity.
You're doing a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I'm seeing you in a whole new light. I gotta get rid of her.
Then, big things are happening on Murphy Brown.
You're blowing up the internet right now.
A viewer tweeted 3 clapping hands and a Spanish dancing lady.
And it all leads to a big barroom battle.
It's Shannon. Nice safari jacket. Do you wear it to hunt down reporters?
A new Murphy Brown after a new mom, CBS tonight.
Can't get to a lawyer's office? Marcus and Mack will come to your home, hospital, or place of work so you can get the legal help you need.
Marcus and Mack.
They had an office near me. They even came to my house.
Call Marcus and Mack on the Hurt Line right now.
It's the Credit Amnesty event at Team Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huntington. If you've got a job and bring home $350 per week, you could be approved with as little as $0 down. Plus, we'll take any trade in any condition, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Push, pull, drive in any trade, or even bring in a picture of your trade. Don't even wash it. Pre-owned 2017 Chevy Cruze, $0 down, $11,990. It's the Credit Amnesty event. You could be approved with as little as $0 down at Team Chevrolet Buick GMC on Route 22 in beautiful Huntington.
Can't get to a lawyer's office? Marcus and Mack will come to your home, hospital, or place of work so you can get the legal help you need. Tell them you mean business. Call Marcus and Mack on the Hurt Line right now.
We're continuing our special telethon here in our studio. The American Red Cross has partnered up with Neighbors in Need. We are raising money for the folks who are being affected by Hurricane Michael. And you can help people that are in need simply by calling 1-800-946-9825. We have that number for you right there on your screen. All right, now we're going to hand it over to meteorologist Mike Doyle for an update on your weather forecast. Hey, Mike, how's it looking out there?
How's it going, guys? Actually, a beautiful day. It looks like a lot of sunshine out there, but despite the sun, it's still quite cool outside. Here's a live look outside towards Raystown Lake, brought to us by our Shy Beaver Boat Center camera. But you can see not even a cloud in the sky towards Raystown and Huntington right now. So again, not a bad day to head out and about, but a light jacket is needed. Again, no cloud cover, no rain to speak of for today. High pressure has taken over. We did see a few extra clouds move in towards our northern counties earlier today, but the wind has shifted just a little bit more, so now it's getting blown towards Buffalo and just north of our northern counties. But again, clear skies this evening means clear skies tonight, and that's going to be a cold, cold night for us tonight. Here's a look at our current temperatures. 48 degrees right now in Clearfield, Altoona at 51, Huntington 55, Johnstown 46, and Somerset 45 degrees. For at this moment. Our winds a bit breezy for today, not as bad as it was yesterday. Very windy yesterday. 16 miles per hour right now in Altoona, Johnstown 14, Clearfield 14, Punxsutawney 4, and Indiana 7. So still breezy for this evening and also for tonight. And like I mentioned, it's going to be quite cold. A lot of us in the upper 20s to the lower 30s. St. Mary's at 30, Clearfield 29, Altoona 32 degrees at the freezing mark, Huntington at 34, Johnstown 31, a clear sky, and we do expect some frost to form throughout the overnight hours. We do have a frost advisory issued for the counties in this blue color, so that's Bedford County, Altoona, or Blair County, excuse me, Huntington, and also eastern part of Center County, also Indiana County under a frost advisory. So even the counties not under blue, still very cold, again upper 20s to 30s for tonight. Cold front that brought us a little bit of rain yesterday and also a little bit of snow last night. It's out towards our east. High pressure is just right behind me and slides in towards our south. That's going to bring some warmer air towards us for our Friday. So expect a mix of sun and clouds, dry for our Friday, and also a little bit more humid as well. The past couple of days, our dew points also been in the upper 20s to 30s, quite dry. Our dew points for tomorrow in the 50s, still not bad, but we'll feel a little bit of a difference for our Friday, also again a bit warmer. Friday night into early Saturday, we're going to see a cold front move on through. Behind it, rain showers throughout the day. Then Saturday night into Sunday, that's when we could see a few flurries and also a late snow shower or higher terrain over our northern counties. Also, the Laurel Highlands could see a light dusting of snow. Just the very tops of our peaks could see a light dusting of snow again Saturday night into our Sunday. Our temperatures throughout the weekend quite chilly, 38 for our low Saturday night. Sunday is just going to be a miserable day overall. 44 for our high, windy throughout the day, a raw day, a little bit warmer on Monday. And we'll be right back, so stay with us.
Doing a handstand is hard. Enrolling in a Medicare Advantage plan with UPMC for Life is easy. We give you all the personal support you need to make the change fast and easy. UPMC for Life.
Fall is a time for change, and during the Stickley Fall Sale, our talented interior designers can help you change your home with beautifully crafted, American-made furniture. Find savings throughout our showroom. Get up to $250 off with purchases over $2,500, and get up to $500 off with purchases over $5,000. That means additional instant savings on already discounted prices store-wide. Hurry, sale ends October 22nd.
Claiborne's Home Furnishings, 2952 Benner Pike, Bellefonte.
You found a bug at home or at the office. You went to the big store that has everything and found solutions to the problem. Except you don't know what kind of bug that was, where it came from, where it was going, or if it had friends. The solution isn't at the box store. It's at Enviro Pest Control.
Sick of price increases from your pest control company? Call the experts at Enviro and start saving today.
Now, if only we could do something about those voices you've been hearing. Enviro Pest Control. Fast, local, experienced, safe.
Understanding quantum physics is hard. Enrolling in a Medicare Advantage plan with UPMC for Life is easy. Have a representative come to your home, give us a call, attend a seminar, or visit a mall kiosk.
And thank you so much for watching. We will have continued coverage on the American Red Cross. If you would like to donate, of course, those lines are open until 6:30 tonight. The number to call is 1-800-946-9825. WTAJ News at 5 is up next. And here's a look at what you can expect ahead in your 5 opener.
It's like a war zone out here. It's really, really bad, but everybody's coming together to help.
Tonight, we're helping those impacted by Hurricane Michael. A husband's behind bars, charged for the murder of his wife.
If you look at it, there's nothing from a law enforcement standpoint, at least, about this case that was easy.
How investigators were able to make a breakthrough in the case. And a new behavioral program's launching at 3 sister schools in Cambria County. We'll show you the 4 pillars they're working to instill in our youth. All that and more ahead, but first, a look at the weather.
Your local Ford dealer presents Forecast First from WTAJ.
Good evening, I'm meteorologist Matt Riddle. We do have plenty of sunshine as we take a look at our Skynet camera in Altoona, and we'll continue to have a clear sky through the overnight hours, and we'll be cold by 10 o'clock, a temperature of 36 degrees. We'll have some areas of frost developing by 7 o'clock in the morning. Low temperatures getting down into the upper 20s, even into those lower 30s. And then as we head into lunchtime, we'll have plenty of sunshine with our temperature right around 50 degrees.
Live from your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 5.
The wait is worth it. In the end, it's worth it.
A family believes they're finally seeing justice that they've been fighting for since 2015.
Good evening, I'm John Clay. Altoona native Catherine Copley went missing in December 2015. Her body was found about 6 months later in a garage in Altoona. Today, police arrested her husband on multiple charges related to her death, including homicide. We've got team coverage on this tonight. Our David Kaplan's outside the Blair County Courthouse, where a news conference wrapped up a short time ago. But first, our Charlotte Ames spoke with Copley's family in an exclusive TV interview. Charlotte, emotional day. What did they tell you about this and this relief they're experiencing today?
Well, in December, it would be 3 years since Kathy's death. And it would be 3 years since Catherine Boob last heard her daughter, Kathy's voice. She feared the worst early on in Kathy's disappearance, and her worst fears were realized when Kathy's body was discovered 6 months later. It's been heartbreaking for the family ever since, day by day, first wondering what happened to Kathy, and then would her killer ever be brought to justice. They're happy about today's arrest of Michael Copley, overwhelmed and relieved, and as always, their thoughts turn to Kathy.
My daughter is at peace, and she's looking down over us, and we are just all overwhelmed that this has happened, and it's going to be a long journey yet. But we have faith in God, and we know that God is standing beside us and showing us every way that we have to go through this.
And Catherine Boob says that while the family became frustrated that it took so long to make an arrest, they understand and they appreciate the hard and dedicated work of the police and the district attorney's office. Now, if you would like to hear more about our interview with Catherine Boob and her daughter Amy, go to our website, wearecentralpa.com. Live in Altoona, Charlotte Ames, WTAJ News.
All right, Charlotte, thank you. And as we mentioned, her husband, the victim's husband, Michael Copley, was now facing multiple charges, including first-degree felony homicide. We continue our team coverage with our David Kaplan, who joins us live outside the Blair County Courthouse in Hollidaysburg with more on the 2-year investigation that led to this moment. David?
John, district attorneys say more than 3 dozen investigators were used on this 2-year case, from lab workers to phone industry workers to forensics. It's the fact that Catherine Copley's body was missing from December 2015 to June 2016 that county DAs say made this investigation longer and more complex. The prosecutors were able to find key DNA that was discovered that was very significant in making this arrest. Plus, they were able to use location history from the Facebook app on his phone to place Michael Copley at the scene.
There were several different avenues of investigation, including interviewing multiple witnesses, obtaining forensic information from evidence collected at the body site and other areas. When you consider the burden of proof that the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has to tender in a criminal trial, that's proof beyond a reasonable doubt. In order to make the arrest, you're talking about probable cause. But we worked extensively with the Blair County District Attorney's Office to put together a solid case, not only to have enough to arrest, but with the end game of there being a successful prosecution.
Weeks says as of now, there's been no date set for a preliminary hearing. In Hollidaysburg, David Kaplan, WTAJ News.
All right, thank you very much. And coming up at 6, David, we'll have much more on this, including where Michael Copley's been these past few months. You can find more on this story, plus a special background report as well at our website, wearecentralpa.com. Look under the News tab and search under the Local News category. Record-breaking Category 4 Hurricane Michael slammed into the Florida Panhandle more than a week ago. That storm killed at least 33 people. Many returned to find their homes, businesses, and schools gone, destroyed. Now, there's no power, gas is scarce. There's no end in sight to the cleanup efforts right now. More than 1,000 volunteers have been dispatched to help in the relief efforts, and we certainly want to do our part here locally. Today, we've been partnering with the American Red Cross here at WTAJ in a telethon to raise money that's going directly to those relief efforts. We're going to send it over to Amanda Kenny and our Chief Meteorologist Joe Murgo with more on this. And who's joining you as well to share more about this effort?
Oh, well, it's us, and Alex Hazard's here with us right now, too. The Red Cross volunteers, the phones got silent all of a sudden. We need to have them all ring again, 1-800-946-9825. I want to thank, we have Janet from Johnstown, Peggy from Saxton, so we have Huntington County there. We have Altoona, Gladys, thank you so much. Beth from Dysart in Cambria County, Linda in Huntington, and Du Bois, Pamela, August, and James. It's a family affair. That's always good. And Bernie in Altoona. So we have a lot. Morrisdale, Pat, thank you so much. And the money goes straight to the Red Cross because they are depleted.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of disasters from here to Florence to Michael.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and you know, John, you were showing that footage as we were coming in to the studio over here, and we've been looking at new pictures and new video all day of the devastation that we have seen from Michael. Look at these people's homes, their businesses. Buildings just torn to pieces from this hurricane.
Yeah, it's hard to rebuild after this. And even, let's say, even if your house, by some miracle, in Mexico City or Panama City was fine, the life around you, you still may not be able to get good groceries. You still may not be able to get the needs, the necessities. Your neighbors, your workplace, they're destroyed. So the Red Cross is down there, and they are very prominent on the disaster scene. You've seen that, Amanda, too.
Yes, absolutely. I've seen it firsthand. And they'll be doing this for months to come. As we mentioned before, the Red Cross, their resources are getting depleted, so that's why we're raising money for them, so they continue to be able to go down there and give these people shelter, necessities, and food as well.
It's just everyday necessities. It's a toothbrush, it's a comb, it's a blanket. It's clean water. I mean, these people, they don't even have clean water right now.
It's the things we take for granted.
Yes.
Again, that number, 1-800-946-9825.
All right, and we're going to continue our telethon coverage not only throughout the show, but through the day until 6:30 tonight. You can donate or you can call in. Also, head to our website, wearecentralpa.com. Just click on the Donate to American Red Cross Disaster Relief. Remember, all of this money goes to the Hurricane Michael relief efforts. And we will have more. We're going to check in with Matt to have the latest forecast. Hey, Matt.
Hey there, guys. Yeah, you know, today was a nice day, a little bit on the cool side. We've had temperatures into the 40s, a couple spots still at the 50-degree mark. 50 right now in Altoona. We're 55 in Huntington. 43, though, right now in Somerset. 48 in Clearfield. But once we throw a westerly to northwesterly wind, anywhere from 4 to 15 miles per hour, it does feel a little bit colder, so you do need a slightly heavier jacket. But we had some clouds earlier today. Those have pretty much burned off thanks to an area of high pressure building in the Ohio Valley. That will pass just off to our south for tonight. So we will have a clear sky heading into the night, but it will become cold. And we're still in the growing season in parts of our area. So Southern Center, Huntington, Blair County, even Bedford County are under a frost advisory from 1 o'clock Friday morning until 9 o'clock Friday morning. Now elsewhere, even though you're not in the blue, we will still have frosty conditions as we're waking up tomorrow morning, as it will be a cold night. Look at this, low temperatures for some of us, getting down into, yes, the upper 20s and even into the lower 30s. So you want to bundle up as you're headed out the door for tomorrow. But the good news is it'll turn out to be a milder day. High temperatures getting back into the 50s to right around the 60-degree mark. We'll be damp for our Saturday, and we can see some snowflakes as we head into our Sunday, but I'll have more details on all that coming up.
Thank you, Matt. A new behavioral program is launching at 3 sister schools. Our Lindsay Kennett has more on how the kids are learning about the power of positivity.
Respect, integrity, courage, and humility. Rich, the 4 pillars of a new positive behavior program at Divine Mercy Academy and Bishop McCourt Catholic High School in Johnstown.
Reinforce positive behavior, to recognize positive behavior, and to emphasize what is not positive behavior is a good aspect for any kid at any age.
The faith-based program will enforce positive behavior for kindergarten through 12th grade students.
We're really trying to promote that with our students here within our school system.
In some ways, for a Catholic school, it's easier for us to teach those kind of things and to be able to live because we have such a good guidebook to go off of.
Thursday, the schools officially kicked off the program with an assembly, the first time all 3 schools and about 800 students have been together under one roof.
It's an opportunity for our kids, 9 through 12, to come and set a good example.
Every month, the schools will hold focus groups, teaching students what it means to be rich.
Around here, it's cool to be a good person. You know, it's cool to lift each other up as opposed to tearing each other down.
Being kind, respecting teachers, helping their classmates, and their community. In Johnstown, Lindsay Kennett, WTAJ News.
Thanks, Lindsay. A new report says State College is scoring a lot higher than other areas when it comes to equality. State College Borough recently scored a 98 out of 100 on the Municipal Equality Index. The index is a national measurement based on local non-discrimination laws, local law enforcement, and local leaders' positions on equality. Last year, the borough received a score of 77, but made a few changes this year, including an ordinance that bans conversion therapy, and calling for the installation of gender-neutral bathrooms. We spoke with the borough communications specialist on why he thinks the changes are important in a borough next to a university.
Having Penn State up there, having a very diverse, range of students and residents, anything we can do to make them feel more comfortable whenever they come to State College, we're going to do.
The borough says they're striving for a perfect score next year. The Mega Millions jackpot continues to climb. It's now up to $900 million. The next live drawing is going to be tomorrow night. You can watch that right here, live on WTAJ News at 11. Well, coming up on WTAJ News at 5, we're going to check back in with our crew over at the Neighbors in Need Telethon.
Hey, I'm Craig Smiley. Join me and Mike Gallagher for Black and Gold today. Each and every week, we'll bring you the highlights from game day, talk about what's going on during the week, and prepare you for kickoff. We'll also take a look back at Black and Gold history, talk some fantasy football, and feature interviews with your favorite players, plus fan sound off. It's all right here on Black and Gold today.
Black and Gold today, Sunday mornings at 11:30 on WTAJ. Brought to you by R.L. Waddell Painting and Decorating.
For those who find comfort in the safety and stability of a certificate of deposit, it's time to talk with us at Reliance Bank. Reliance Bank. Together, we'll find a way.
Cars and trucks cost less in Claysburg. See Ziegler Chevrolet for a fantastic selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Ziegler Chevrolet, 100 years of doing business the right way.
Say hello to Dr. David Faber of Advanced Vein Care of Altoona. In his state-of-the-art facility, Dr. Faber has performed over 3,000 procedures. Using the most innovative and advanced vein treatment, Dr. Faber brings you the best possible outcome for healthy and beautiful legs, virtually pain-free. Tired, achy, heavy legs interfere with living your best life. Advanced Vein Care of Altoona provides you with personalized service. Call Advanced Vein Care of Altoona and say goodbye to varicose veins.
Few others on Earth can rival the strength of an ant relative to its size. Until now, the new 2018 GMC Terrain has arrived. Terrain, the powerful compact SUV from GMC.
Step up to GMC with 16% below MSRP on this 2018 Terrain SLT. That's over $6,100 below MSRP when you finance through GM Financial.
Hi, Charlie Reynolds with Reynolds Financial Advisors. We feel advice should be more than just how to invest for a better return.
It should include protecting what you have accomplished against loss due to several risks not related to the investment world. Advice should include how to enjoy your money and how to best pass it on to your loved ones. Many are exposed to probate costs and the cost of a long illness, while the solution is simple and costs nothing. If you're only getting investment advice, you should contact one of our advisors to get the total financial advice that you need.
For those who find comfort in the safety and stability of a certificate of deposit, it's time to talk with us at Reliance Bank. Reliance Bank. Together, we'll find a way.
WTAJ Sports Beat. Friday nights, high school football. Sports Beat Fridays at 11:10. Only on WTAJ, your news leader. Brought to you by 5-Star Mitsubishi.
I'm Debbie Eckenrode, your local farmer's agent. Let me put my 32 years experience to work for you.
Live from your news leader, John Clay, Amanda Kenny, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Murgo. WTAJ News at 5 continues.
Welcome back. We are here raising money to help the Red Cross support our neighbors in need down in Florida after the devastating Hurricane Michael.
Yes, and you know, the Red Cross really needs to replenish their funds and their supplies, and to get their supplies the fastest, funds. That's the best way for them to operate. And they just got done with Hurricane Florence, and we have one of our Red Cross volunteers, Karen, right? Karen?
Yes.
You came down from, you just got done from North Carolina, right?
Yes.
And so can you tell us what you're one of the 112 Pennsylvanians that were sent down to help with this hurricane relief effort. So what were you doing while you were down there?
My main job was to make sure our volunteers had what they needed while they were working there, and then at the end to help them transfer down to Hurricane Michael if they wanted to deploy for another 2 weeks.
Now, Karen, we see the footage of all this devastation, and I mean, it's just terrible. And what sort of, when you were looking out the window, what sort of things were you seeing?
You see a lot of flooding. Homes, when I got there, homes that have water lines up to a couple of feet up on their house on the main floor in the area that I was. I wasn't actually down near Wilmington, which was the hardest hit.
And Karen, you know, you were just mentioned, we were talking a little off the air, and I kind of knew this, but there's still families that aren't home yet.
Oh, absolutely. We still have shelters open down near the Wilmington area.
All right, well, Karen, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate you volunteering and then sharing your story with us as well. Certainly was a very tough situation with back-to-back hurricanes.
Yes, it has been. And we're going to continue our telethon not only throughout the rest of this show, but through 6:30, and you can donate. Continue to call 1-800-946-9825 or head over to our website, wearecentralpa.com. Just click on the Donate to Red Cross Disaster Relief. Remember, all the money goes to the efforts from Hurricane Michael and the Red Cross. And if you're using your cell phone, scroll all the way down. You have to scroll a little bit, but it's on there on that our home screen.
And if you call in and it's busy, keep calling. The donations are needed.
Yep. All right, we're going to check in now with Matt Riddle for a check of your latest forecast. Hey there, Matt.
Hey there, guys. Yeah, we've got a great day on hand for tomorrow. Today, not too bad. A little bit chilly, but we do have an umbrella to give away. And today's winner, Alan Shaw in East Freedom, gets an umbrella. But today, you really didn't need that umbrella unless you were hiding from the sunshine, because we had plenty of that. A few clouds around to start today. Other than that, those clouds slowly fading off, leaving us with a clear, sunny sky right now. And a look north of Hollidaysburg, thanks to our Fiore, Toyota, Volkswagen, Audi Skynet camera, we can see that not a cloud in the sky. But despite that, it's still a touch on the cooler side right now, 50 degrees. But that west-northwesterly wind of 14 miles per hour does make it feel just a little bit cooler. You do need a slightly heavier jacket if you're headed out. And most of us, we do have temperatures into the 40s, a couple spots like Altoona and Huntington into the 50s. Right now, though, 43 in Somerset, we're 44 in DuBois, 48 right now in State College. And we do have this westerly to northwesterly wind anywhere, again, from 3 to 15 miles per hour, and that is helping cool things off. But heading into tonight, the reason the clouds broke today, high pressure building in the Ohio Valley, passing just off to our south tonight. That will bring us a clear sky through our overnight hours, and the winds will lighten up a little bit. That will allow for some areas of frost to develop, so it will be a cold night on hand for tonight. As we head into tomorrow, we can see we'll have some high clouds filtering in, but some rainfall just off to our west starts to make its way in through the overnight hours, and when a front starts to push its way through the area, heading into our Saturday. So for tonight, will be clear, areas of frost, and look at this, low temperatures getting down into the upper 20s, even into those lower 30s. And because of that, some of us still in the growing season, so southern Center County, Blair, Huntington, and Bedford counties, you are in a frost advisory until 9 a.m. Friday morning. So if you have any sensitive plants, you want to be sure to bring them indoors. As for tomorrow, we will have times of clouds and sunshine. Still a bit of a breezy day, but a milder afternoon, as we will have our high temperatures getting into those middle and upper 50s. And along and east of I-99, those high temperatures pushing in to the lower 60s. Your Weather Authority 7-day forecast. Saturday, that front moves through. We'll have scattered showers around a high temperature of 56 degrees. Start to see a few snowflakes mixing in Saturday night as low temperatures drop down into the 30s. Flurries, a couple snow showers in some of the higher elevations to start off our Sunday, and it will be a windy and raw day. High temperatures not getting out of the middle 40s. Some of us may even be stuck into the upper 30s. We rebound a little bit on Monday. Times of clouds and sunshine, a high temperature right around 50 degrees. We'll continue to stay dry Tuesday and Wednesday with a mix of clouds and sunshine. High temperatures again lower to middle 50s. Thursday looking like a cooler day. High temperatures into the middle 40s, and it will be a touch on the breezy side.
Thanks, Matt. The Washington Post published the last piece of writing from Saudi columnist Jamal Khashoggi. He submitted it just before entering the Saudi consulate in Turkey October 2nd, and he hasn't been seen since. His story calls for freedom of the press in the Arab world and says Saudi Arabia was imposing domestic silence. President Trump plans to meet with the Secretary of State, who just returned from Saudi Arabia and Turkey, to talk about Khashoggi's disappearance. Coming up, new technology makes it easier for doctors to detect the second most common cause of death of cancer.
We're living in a tech world, and so this seems like the next obvious evolution.
Find out how new technology is making colonoscopy more accurate. That's coming up in HealthCast. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, WTAJ TV. Take a second, hit the like button, and you can stay up to date anytime.
Join WTAJ News Thursday for Neighbors in Need. Relief from Michael. The latest information on what you can do to donate and help those affected by Michael. Help the Red Cross help those in need. WTAJ, your news leader.
Bad credit, no credit? Team Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huntington understands that nobody's perfect. We partnered with the most aggressive lenders in America to get almost anyone approved with as little as $0 down. Plus, get 0% APR for 72 months on select models. Push, pull, drive in any trade, or even bring a picture of your trade. Don't even wash it. We'll take any trade, even if you're upside down. You could be approved with as little as $0 down, even if your credit is less than perfect. At Team Chevrolet Buick GMC on Route 22 in beautiful Huntington.
When your skin is feeling dry and crinkly, time for Gold Bond Healing Lotion. Penetrates 10 surface layers deep with 7 moisturizers, 3 vitamins. Skin is nourished, healed, healthy looking. Gold Bond Healing. Ultimate lotion, ultimate skin.
Billions of mouths, billions of problems. Sore gums, bleeding gums, painful flossing? There's a TheraBreath for you. TheraBreath Healthy Gums Oral Rinse fights gingivitis and plaque and prevents gum disease for 24 hours. So you can breathe easy. There's TheraBreath at Walmart.
Hurry to Ashley Home Store for the More Sale. Get more selection, more style, and more savings. Dining tables starting at just $3.99. Sofas from $4.99. And beds for only $4.99. Or take advantage of 0% interest financing till 2022 and get more for your home for less. The More Sale is going on now only at America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Our Congressman, G.T. Thompson, is one of us, fighting for us every day.
He's a big supporter of the military and military veterans.
Every farmer knows how important GT is for us.
G.T. Thompson's never lost touch with us.
He is a true champion of career technical education.
Working with President Trump, Congressman Thompson delivers more jobs, higher wages, and less taxes.
I'm Congressman G.T. Thompson, and I approve this message.
Look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Now it's your turn to ride with the big dogs. Lease the built Ford Tough 2018 F-150 Super Crew for only $239 a month. Just $239.
Teachers, they do more than educate. They inspire and encourage their students. WTAJ, your news leader, and allied milk producers want to honor the very best with a Teacher of the Month contest. Go to wearecentralpa.com and register your favorite teacher.
Health South is a proud sponsor of WTAJ News. WTAJ News continues.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death in the United States. Doctors in California are using artificial intelligence to make colonoscopies more accurate and help save lives. They say the system helps find abnormalities that go otherwise undetected. Charlotte Ames has more on this new technology in today's HealthCast.
I have a family history, so...
With colon cancer on both his mother and father's side, John Gifford is diligent about getting a colonoscopy every 5 years. So when his doctor offered a new test using artificial intelligence, John immediately said yes.
I mean, we're living in a tech world, and so this seems like the next obvious evolution.
The AI colonoscopy, developed by doctors at the University of California, Irvine, was designed to spot polyps, where all colorectal cancers begin. Dr. William Carnes says it can identify up to 20% more abnormalities than a traditional test. The system uses an algorithm analyzing 98 images a second as it searches for formed polyps and even tissue that could become one. The program shows the results to doctors in real time during the procedure.
That it may actually identify a polyp that we otherwise might have missed.
John's test detected 2 polyps that were beginning to form on his colon.
May not have shown up for another 3, 4, 5 years.
A potentially life-saving find thanks to a smarter scan.
UC Irvine are only offering the artificial intelligence colonoscopy 1 day a week, though they hope to one day make that AI screening standard. Well, some new research indicates automobile crashes are up by as much as 6% in the first states to legalize the sale of recreational marijuana. Number of accidents in Nevada, Oregon, Colorado, and Washington State have all increased compared to some neighboring states that have not legalized marijuana for recreational use. The study only compared numbers with a set of 4 control states that were including Idaho, Montana, Utah, and Wyoming. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety and the Highway Loss Data Institute conducted this research. Coming up on WTAJ News at 5:30, a city manager resigns after 25 years. What he feels his biggest accomplishment is after the break. And we continue our Neighbors in Need telethon until 6:30 tonight. If you can, please take a moment. Help those affected by Hurricane Michael. The number to call is right there on the screen, or you can make a donation at our website, wearecentralpa.com.
Weather anytime on wearecentralpa.com. Brought to you by 5-Star Power Sports.
Feel the power of Toyota trucks. More features, great style, and reliable technology. Get to your Toyota dealer now during Toyota's big event. Are you in? Now, get a Tacoma with $1,500 total cash allowance, or get a Tundra with up to $3,000 total cash allowance. Don't be left in the dust. Toyota's big event is on now. Toyota, let's go places.
When you have diabetes, you can't take any chances. With medication, I keep it under control, but I can't afford to lose my health insurance. That's why I'm so upset by Lou Barletta. Barletta takes huge contributions from the insurance industry and then votes their way. In Congress, he supported the plan to end protections for pre-existing conditions, letting insurance companies deny coverage to people like me. I just can't vote for Lou Barletta.
I'm Bob Casey, and I approve this message.
Honey, what are you doing?
Where's the bug spray? I just saw a bug in the bathroom.
We are not doing this again. You remember what happened last time.
Get him off me! Get him off me! Get him off me!
We're calling EnviroPest Control.
That's a better idea.
For the safest, most effective treatment at the lowest price, call Enviro, your local pest control expert.
EnviroPest Control. Fast, local, experienced, safe.
You'll love the Sutliff experience.
The savings are spectacular at Sutliff Buick GMC. Save up to 25% off MSRP on a new 2018 Buick Encore. Drive a new 2018 GMC Terrain and save up to 16% off MSRP. You'll love the savings on the new 2018 Buick Envision. Take up to 12% off MSRP. Get to Sutliff Buick GMC today.
You're the reason we put the key in the door.
On North Atherton and State College. Visit us online at sutliffbuick.com.
Our home is the center of our lives. We've lived here for 30 years, and it means so much for us to be able to stay here as we get older.
And thanks to Governor Tom Wolf, we will.
Governor Wolf gave seniors access to home health care, so we have the option to stay put and aren't forced into a nursing home. And Governor Wolf also implemented criminal background checks on caregivers. I know Tom Wolf is looking out for us.
Today we're here to talk about trucks.
I love trucks.
Oh, what truck brand comes from the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road?
I think it's the Chevy.
Ford.
It's not Ford.
I think it's Ram.
Not Ram either.
It's Chevy.
Gorgeous.
Get a total value of $11,000 when you finance with GM Financial on this Silverado Crew Cab. Or current qualified GM lessees can lease this Silverado Double Cab for around $249 a month.
Ford is a proud sponsor of WTAJ News. Harold Shepley and Associates presents Forecast First from WTAJ.
Good evening, I'm meteorologist Matt Riddle. We had some clouds to start off today, but satellite radar showing we do have a sunny sky throughout the entire state. We'll continue to have a clear sky through the overnight hours. By 10 o'clock, it'll be cold. Temperatures down into the 30s. 7 o'clock in the morning, still down into the 30s. Some areas of frost, so you may want to bring some of your sensitive plants indoors, and then we'll be milder by 12 o'clock as our temperatures will be getting to around 50 degrees.
Live from your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 5:30.
You should recall Hurricane Michael slammed into the Florida Panhandle coast more than a week ago. The storm killed at least 33 people and left widespread damage in many states. Some are just now returning home to see the devastation. And we've got a moment shared here by a resident in Panama City, Florida.
Oh my God. This looks just like my aunt's house.
Many returned to similar situations. Businesses and schools destroyed, students with no way to continue classes right now. There's no power, gas is scarce, there's no end in sight for the cleanup efforts. More than 1,000 volunteers were dispatched to help in these relief efforts, and we continue to partner with the American Red Cross for a telethon to raise money that goes directly to those relief efforts. We send it over to Amanda Kenny and Joe Murgo with the latest on this. Who's joining you now at this hour, guys?
Well, we actually have a resident from Panama City, Maria and Rosalita. Rosalita, you're local here, but your mom lives down there. And please, Maria, tell us, people I don't think realize how bad it is from the pictures.
Well, my husband's retired military and retired from Westinghouse. His voice was shaky on the phone. He said we can't even recognize where we're going because there's so many downed trees. My church down the street, the sanctuary's gone, but it's unrecognizable. It looks like somebody dropped a bomb. Everything's gone. You have 2 houses standing, then the next 4 are flattened. And that's the way it is all over. The Goodwill was the first one that I saw, the building completely. They just put it up. It just opened this year. It's gone. Our banks, you know, it's unbelievable. And I talked to a friend today, and she had told me that she's so glad that her and her daughter left because they didn't have the money, and relatives in Alabama said, come on up here. And I'm sure everybody knows when you don't speak to your relatives in a time like this, they will take you in. And my daughter was down there visiting us, and she was supposed to fly out Wednesday. And I said, it's supposed to hit Wednesday. And as soon as they let my granddaughter off of work, which they didn't let her off work till 6 o'clock, we left. We traveled we got here the 3rd day. We couldn't go west because west it was so blocked with cars trying to get out. So we had to go around the long way, and it was the long way to get to Pennsylvania.
And you got off, you were describing your property. You actually got off pretty easy. Not to say it's horrible, but you were describing the trees. You only had damage to your porch on your house, right?
No. Our rental in front, the entire front porch is gone. The awning, the railing, everything. The whole front part of the roof is gone. Okay, in the back, it's gone. On the side, there's a couple of holes that shot a window up. But was my house. We live in a mobile home, if you can believe, was still standing. We have a tree going right through the house.
Oh, it probably held it in place. The tree may have held it in place.
You know, it may have, because it was a huge tree.
Yeah.
And there's a telephone pole on it and a couple of other trees on that side of the house. Our sunscreen porch is still there, which I could not believe. But those trees during past hurricanes had always protected us.
And pine trees help a lot until they
yes.
go down, and they went down, didn't they?
Oh, they went down as if somebody went poof and blew them down.
There's a hole in the roof.
There's a hole in the roof. It's a little over a foot in diameter, because nobody's professional trying to get somebody. You have to be very careful about cutting that tree down, or you will lose your house.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
there's telephone poles, and I counted 3 or 4 trees on the front, and then on the side we lost the siding going halfway down.
But well, I'm sorry to cut you off, Rosalita. I'm telling my ear we gotta go. But thank you so much, Rosalita and Maria, for sharing your story. I appreciate it.
Thank you for sharing your story. And please, you heard it. Call 1-800-946-9825 or go over to our website, wearecentralpa.com. Click on the Donate to the Red Cross Relief button there. Okay, now let's go ahead and check over with Matt Riddle. Matt, pretty nice evening there, but it's chilling off, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a pretty nice evening right now. Look into DuBois. Not a cloud in the sky. Again, it's on the chilly side. You see the flags moving. It is a bit on the breezy side. In DuBois right now, you're sitting 44 degrees with a wind of 8 miles per hour coming from the west-northwest. Now, as we head into the overnight hours, this will become a little more southerly, and that will help set up for a mild day tomorrow. But right now, most of us, we are into the 40s. A couple spots, Altoona, Huntington still hanging on into those 50s. But this breeze coming from the west to northwest, anywhere from 3 to 15 miles per hour. Again, does make it feel just a little bit cooler, so you do need that jacket as you are headed out and about this evening. And our future track showing, we're going to put this on into motion. There it goes. The clock is going. Not a whole lot else going on. That's all thanks to high pressure passing just off to our south for tonight. And the winds will line up a little bit, and that will help it to be a cold night. And because of that, the National Weather Service has issued a frost advisory for southern Center County, Huntington County, Blair County, and Bedford County until 9 o'clock Friday morning. So if you have any sensitive plants, you do want to bring them inside. Now, the reason they have an advisory, they're still in the growing season. The rest of our counties, even though you're not in that, still going to be a cold night tonight with low temperatures. Look at this, falling down into the upper 20s, even in to those lower 30s. And a little more details about what we can expect for Friday and coming up into the weekend in a little bit.
Thanks, Matt. A township official with almost 25 years of experience has announced his resignation. Our Allison Gens spoke with him today. Tell us a little bit about why he's leaving the township now, Allison.
Yeah, John, Sandy Township Manager Dave Manella says that he's resigning from the township to pursue a career outside of public service.
I could do it for another 25. I certainly wouldn't have a problem with that, but the opportunity came up and I grabbed hold.
Dave Manella got his start in Sandy Township nearly 25 years ago in the Public Works Department. He worked his way up and has been the township's manager for the last 4 years. He announced his resignation Monday night at the township supervisors meeting. And when you ask him what stands out the most about his time working for the township, he says it's seeing the progress the entire community has made.
It's always been the small town community feel, and it still has that. And to me, that's really cool. That's a really neat thing to be proud of. That we are growing, we are advancing, but we still have the small town feel.
Manella's last day will be November 15th. The township is already looking for a new manager, but they don't want to rush the process. In Sandy Township, I'm Allison Gens, WTAJ News.
Thanks, Allison. New details tonight on a 3-car crash that happened in Boalsburg. Witnesses say there was a vehicle trying to turn left from Bowl Avenue onto Shingletown Road. Another car traveling at a high rate of speed hit it, and witnesses say both of those vehicles collided with a third. All 3 were thrown up in the air. Doctors at UPMC Altoona able to save the right leg of the man that was really seriously injured in the crash. Police are still investigating this. They haven't pressed or filed any charges so far. Police ask anyone who saw this crash to come forward. Well, after the clock struck midnight, the time ran out for lawmakers trying to pass a bill to change the state statute of limitation laws for victims of child sex crimes. The focus now is President Pro Tem Joe Scarnati, who didn't bring the bill to a vote last night. He's now defending that decision. Our Matt Heckel reports.
The sticking point of Senate Bill 261 was an amendment that would open a 2-year window to allow victims of abuse that occurred outside the current statute of limitation to file a civil suit, a recommendation made by the grand jury. Senator Joe Scarnati, however, says that was unconstitutional.
Retroactive statute of limitation changes would violate the remedies clause in our Constitution.
But despite that, the senator proposed Wednesday to keep the civil window, but only for perpetrators, not institutions.
I also don't want any organization to be bankrupt because of a window that would result in victims not receiving compensation.
Senators also made it clear that their concerns over constitutionality of a civil window were always just an excuse.
Attorney General Josh Shapiro blasted the Senate for failing to call the bill to a vote.
They turned their backs on these victims.
You know, I'm a father of 3 children. I lost a child. And to say that I stand with pedophiles is insulting and it's disgusting.
Wednesday evening, House leaders said a bill that did not include institutions in a civil window would not pass, bringing discussion in the Senate to a halt. Senator Scarnati, though, says he's still open to calling the Senate back to negotiate.
Come to the middle, come to the table. Bring me your ideas rather than simply no to everything that I have put up.
In Harrisburg, I'm Matt Heckel, WTAJ News.
Well, high school students got a lesson in life after school. Today, 10th through 12th graders from Cambria and Somerset counties attended the Youth Professional Development Conference at the Frank Pasquarella Conference Center in Johnstown. Human Resources from the Alleghenies and Jari teamed up to put this event on every year. The kids learn about local career opportunities and what they should and shouldn't do as they enter the working world.
We talk about social media, we talk about your physical health, talk about your mental health, everything that will make you well enough and healthy enough to move on and be successful in life.
This is the 7th annual conference, and if students want to learn more about job opportunities in the area, they can visit Jari's website or contact their local career link. A medical clinic's trying to raise some money in style. A free medical clinic at Du Bois holding their 15th annual fashion show tonight. We'll have much more on that ahead.
Allegheny Lutheran is a proud sponsor of WTAJ News. Every Saturday morning at 11:30, WTAJ brings you Nittany Nation Game Day. From the X's and O's on the field to the fun off the field. Saturday mornings at 11:30, Nittany Nation Game Day, presented by Family Clothesline.
At Reliance Bank, every cent and percent counts. With our money market account, you'll earn great rates and reach your savings goal quicker. Open your money market account today, in branch or online. Reliance Bank. Together, we'll find a way.
When it's time to replace your carpet, America's Carpet Outlet invites you to join the Karastan family. When you choose Karastan, you are choosing not only new carpet, you are choosing the finest soft goods floor covering in the market. As the area's only authorized Karastan dealer, ACO will help you achieve a custom designer look for less than you may think. Karastan, the brand name that has withstood the toughest test of all, the test of time. Available exclusively at America's Carpet Outlet in State College. More than the name implies.
Fiore Volkswagen is celebrating its 28th anniversary and is looking forward to serving you for the next 28 years. Save big with model year and clearance deals during our 28th anniversary sale. Check them out at GoFioreVW.com and don't forget to click the WOW button for a great low price on a new Volkswagen. Fiore Volkswagen gives you the People First warranty, a really low WOW price, and a big inventory of new Volkswagens to choose from. Wow! Don't miss these savings at our 28th anniversary sale. Fiore Volkswagen Hollidaysburg.
Hurry to Ashley Home Store for the More Sale. Get more selection, more style, and more savings. Dining tables starting at just $3.99. Sofas from $4.99. And beds for only $4.99. Or take advantage of 0% interest financing till 2022 and get more for your home for less. The More sale is going on now only at America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley Home Store. This is home.
It's the 2018 model year-end closeout at Johnson Motors. Check out our full lineup of GM vehicles, including dependable Chevrolets, rugged GMCs, and stylish Buicks and Cadillacs. Get the biggest discounts of the year with savings up to $11,000 off MSRP. Plus, above market value for your trade. First come, first served, and no reasonable offer will be refused. Get to Johnson Motors in Du Bois today. Online at johnsonauto.com.
At Reliance Bank, every cent and percent counts. With our money market account, you'll earn great rates and reach your savings goal quicker. Open your money market account today, in branch or online. Reliance Bank. Together, we'll find a way.
WTAJ News continues.
Welcome back. We're continuing our Neighbors in Need telethon, helping the victims of Hurricane Michael. I'm actually FaceTiming right now with an American Red Cross volunteer who's in Tallahassee, Florida. Her name is Tracy Stoltz. I'm going to turn around here so we can kind of get a look at Tracy there. Tracy, can you kind of tell us what you're seeing and what's going on down there?
A lot of devastation. We're based out of the headquarters in Tallahassee, Florida, and doing a lot of transportation down into Mexico Beach, Port St. Joe, St. George Island, Panama City, Panama Beach area. A lot of vast devastation in that area, so we're getting the herbs down, doing the feedings, setting up shelters, just dispersing as much of the emergency supplies as we can.
And Tracy, we're putting some of the pictures up here that you sent us.
Yes.
The devastation is just unbelievable. How are the people holding up? We always say to look to the helpers in this moment.
Look to the helpers, yes. We do offer a mental health hotline. We give that out to everyone that we speak with as well. They're very resilient down here. They're looking for assistance though, whether it's for local, state, or national level. We do need a lot of assistance with this one. It covers 5 states, so it is a lot larger than what most people anticipate. It's not just the Florida area. So that's something to keep in mind for for volunteers. We do need a lot of help.
Tracy, we're holding our telethon here today, and we're seeing our community come together and donate to the American Red Cross. And can you tell everybody at home that these dollars are really helping?
Oh, they do. They really do. There's a lot that goes into the deployments. We have a lot of volunteers that come out and do this kind of thing. But to get the feedings out, we're looking at 30,000 people that we're trying to feed with this 3 meals a day. They have emergency supplies, anything from the emergency buckets, flashlights, anything that we can give these people to help them out. A lot of them are back trying to shelter in place, or they're back trying to recover, or they're in shelters where they're in need as well. Everything helps. Clothing, just basic everyday needs is what
Just
they need.
basic everyday needs. Well, Tracy, I want to thank you for helping us and connecting with us today via FaceTime. Of course, our telethon will continue here until 6:30 this evening. The number 1-800-946-9825. If you're calling in, the phone line is busy. Keep calling or visit our website, which is wearecentralpa.com. We'll be right back after this.
And you want to keep the umbrella nearby for the weekend? I'll have all the details coming up with Future Track and your complete forecast.
TV's #1 news show, Young Sheldon, CBS Thursday after The Big Bang Theory.
Tonight, has Sheldon found a new physics partner?
The Fourier transform extends to minus infinity in time.
Hey, don't dumb this down for me.
Then,
Did you kill it? You tell me.
ever wonder how twins could be so different?
You're so smart and I'm just average. Average? It's a little generous.
Lucky for us, there's a test for that.
Always happy to help advance our understanding of me. Do I have any Oreos in my teeth?
A new Young Sheldon right after a new Big Bang Theory. Tonight on CBS.
At Altoona First, we believe that we make communities better by providing the best banking for local businesses. These are the people, the neighbors, and the dreams we support with better banking and uncommon customer service. Get competitive rates, deal with local people, and get quick turnaround at Altoona First Savings Bank. Bank better.
Colony Realty Group has a new top dog, and his name is Timber.
And he wants you to know that Colony Realty Group has a low 4.5% commission rate.
Call Colony Realty Group, the key to your new home.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofuspa.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Your local Honda dealers have the utility vehicle just for you, starting with the wildly popular CR-V, a perfect people mover, or a perennial favorite, the versatile Honda Pilot. Right now, at your local Honda dealers, you'll find offers that get you moving in a 2018 CR-V, or have you making plans to hit the road in a new 2018 Pilot. Your Honda is waiting for you at your local Honda dealers.
Your trash has made Scott Wagner a very rich man. By collecting garbage through government contracts, Wagner has pocketed tens of millions of dollars. But Wagner wants more of your money. His company has been strong-arming local governments, demanding fee increases on taxpayers and small businesses, all because Wagner says he's not making enough. No wonder Wagner says he'll use his government position to make his businesses more profitable. Scott Wagner, the very worst of Harrisburg.
It's SUV season at State College Ford. Drive a new Escape or Explorer with 0% financing and up to $1,750 bonus cash. Incredible selection and top dollar for your trade. Online at statecollegeford.com. Always your best deal.
Now your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Matt Riddle.
Well, we had a chilly start to our day. Low temperatures into the 30s, high temperatures getting in the 40s to right around the 50-degree mark. But our satellite and radar not showing much in the way of clouds like we had this morning. In fact, not really showing anything, all thanks to an area of high pressure over Ohio. That will be passing just off to our south. And a look out west, not a cloud in the sky. So tonight will set up to be a clear night. It will also turn out to be cold. If we can zoom on in here, let me go back, zoom on in, and it will again be cold tonight, enough that the National Weather Service has issued a frost advisory for parts of our area: Southern Center County, Huntington County, Blair County, along with Bedford County. You guys are in a frost advisory until 9 o'clock Friday morning. That's because we're still in the growing season now. The other counties, even though you're not in it, you're already out of your growing season, so that's why you're not in the frost advisory there. But it will turn out to be a cold night under that starlit sky. And again, we'll have areas of frost developing as our low temperatures dropping down into the upper 20s in to the lower 30s, getting down to 28 in Somerset, 32 in Altoona, 29 will be our low temperature in Clearfield. That area of high pressure staying, again, just off to our south for tonight and for tomorrow, staying off to our south. So we'll get a southwesterly wind. That will help bring in some milder air into our region as we head into tomorrow. But we'll also have some high clouds working their way in later in the day, then becoming rather cloudy with showers developing overnight as a cold front starts to push its way towards our region. And this front will make its way through the area on Saturday and will bring us some damp conditions. We'll be dealing with some scattered showers throughout the day, and then we may even see a few snowflakes Saturday night in to Sunday morning. So your region cast for tomorrow: east of the mountains, clouds, sunshine, breezy and milder. Look at that, high temperatures getting into the lower and middle 60s in some spots. Laurel Highlands, milder afternoon, breezy, high temperatures getting into those middle 50s, and then up to the north again, breezy, high temperatures middle to upper 50s. Will be mostly to partly sunny. Your Weather Authority 7-day forecast Saturday, again dealing with those scattered showers, high temperatures not getting out of the 50s, and then overnight low temperatures falling down into the 30s. So that's why we can see some flurries, even a couple snow showers the farther north that you are to start off our Sunday. It'll be a windy and cold day. High temperatures not getting out of the 40s. Some of us may even struggle to get out of the 30s. The good news is we'll rebound on Monday. Partly sunny, high temperatures right around the 50-degree mark. We'll continue to stay dry Tuesday, Wednesday, and even on into Thursday, thanks to another area of high pressure building on into our area, and high temperatures most of the week into the 50s, looking to be a little bit cooler for our Thursday. And we are continuing our Neighbors in Need telethon until 6:30 tonight. Please, if you can, take a moment to help those affected by Hurricane Michael. The number there is on your screen, and you can make a donation on our website, wearecentralpa.com.
Your home is one of the biggest assets you may have in your lifetime. Whether buying or selling, you want a trained, full-time agent with skills to negotiate your transaction. There's no substitute for experience. Hi, I'm Bob Pennington, broker-owner of Coldwell Banker Town & Country Real Estate, your home and a realtor. Over the past 45 years, we've sold over 15,000 homes in Blair County. Thank you for voting us your hometown favorite real estate agency. Experienced agents dedicated to full-time service. Call 946-4343 today.
Here's your Buick, sir.
Actually, that's my Buick.
How are we gonna fit in your mom's Buick?
Easy.
I like that new Buick.
Me too.
I was actually talking about that Buick.
I knew that.
Did you?
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises.
Current eligible lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2018 Buick Encore for around $159 per month. Or get 20% below MSRP on most 2018 Encore models when you finance through GM Financial.
Hey, Mom, weren't you telling me last week that you had to decide soon on a Medicare Advantage plan?
Yep, and I already decided. It's pretty obvious what was best for me. With so many choices, shopping for a Medicare Advantage plan can be overwhelming. But I kept it simple. I focused on just a few key things when choosing a plan, like having access to the best doctors and hospitals. I also wanted personal customer service. And of course, it had to be affordable.
Mint chocolate chip or pralines and cream?
Now, that's a tough choice.
Here's the plan for getting the Medicare coverage that's right for you. Call today to schedule an in-home appointment with no obligation. UPMC for life.
It's the Credit Amnesty event at Team Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huntington. If you've got a job and bring home $350 per week, you could be approved with as little as $0 down. Plus, we'll take any trade in any condition, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Push, pull, drive in any trade, or even bring in a picture of your trade. Don't even wash it. Pre-owned 2017 Chevy Cruze, $0 down, $11,990. It's the Credit Amnesty event. You could be approved with as little as $0 down at Team Chevrolet Buick GMC on Route 22 in beautiful Huntington.
As part of Veterans Voices, wearecentralpa.com is honoring those who served our country. From local stories of days past to vintage military photo galleries, get an in-depth look at history through the eyes of our service members. Veterans Voices, online now at wearecentralpa.com. WTAJ News continues.
Welcome back. We are raising money to help the Red Cross and our neighbors in need in the South after Hurricane Michael.
That's right, and all the donations have added up so far, and we have raised now $17,475 plus what's in my hand right here, plus what they're donating on the phones. But you can make the difference too. 1-800-946-9825. You got to hear from Maria how devastating it is, and she breaks into tears talking about what's going on down there.
It's just terrible, and $17,000 is definitely a silver lining, but we still need more. So please keep calling that number. It's 1-800-946-9825.
And we'll have much more for you coming up on WTAJ News at 6.
Live from your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 6.
Well, ahead tonight, an arrest has been made in a cold murder case.
Plus, cleanup efforts continue in the wake of Hurricane Michael, and we're hosting a special telethon to get victims back on their feet. Good evening, I'm John Clay. Well, today, after an investigation of more than 2 years, the Blair County District Attorney's Office announces that Michael Copley was arrested for murdering his wife, Catherine, in December 2015. We have live team coverage of this case. We're going to start things off by sending it to our Charlotte Ames, joining us live now with more on how the victim's family is reacting to today's events. Charlotte?
They're in Charlotte's hit. We're up next. Michael Copley has been
flyers, went door to door, made public appeals, asking for information about Catherine in hopes of finding her alive, but fearing the worst. And they were right to fear the worst, because 6 months later in June, her body was found in a garage in the east end of
He has been in the Blair County prison since late spring.
And as time went by, though, it became more and more frustrating for the family as no arrest occurred. Now today their feelings, well, a mix of feelings, bittersweet feelings. They were overwhelmed, but they were joyful as well.
There was many days and months that I thought that justice wouldn't be served to my daughter, but yet something was telling me that it's going to take time to get everything done in the right order to make an arrest.
Every time that I turn around, I would find some sort of sign, like feathers, angel feathers, that I considered them angel feathers, that I knew my sister was looking down on me and she's telling me to keep going.
Now, Catherine Boob says although the family became very frustrated over the past almost 3 years, they really do understand why it took so long to make an arrest, and they certainly appreciate all the hard work and dedication by the police and the district attorney's office. Live in Altoona, Charlotte Ames, WTAJ News.
All right, thank you, Charlotte. Our David Kaplan was at the news conference where Copley's arrest was announced. He joins us now live with more details on the case and what led to the arrest. David?
That's right, John. Michael Copley has been in the Blair County prison since late spring. Now that's for charges of aggravated assault on a police officer, which is not related to this case. Copley could be there a lot longer. Peter Weeks, first assistant for the Blair County District Attorney's Office, says that some evidence in this 2-year investigation was found as recently as last week. Some key evidence came in the forensic investigation.
There was some forensic DNA evidence that we're able to get with the assistance of the Pennsylvania State Police Crime Lab.
Investigators also found some helpful information on Copley's cell phone applications on his phone that showed investigators specific GPS locations of where Copley was when his wife's body went missing around December 10th, 2015. The DAs say the collaborative effort from several divisions was not a simple or quick process.
There's nothing from a law enforcement standpoint, at least, about this case that was easy.
Peter Weeks, district attorney with the Blair County District Attorney's Office, says as of now there's been no preliminary hearing date set for this case. In Hollidaysburg, I'm David Kaplan, WTAJ News.
From WTAJ, your weather authority, here's your weather now.
And after starting off our day with some clouds, a look north of Hollidaysburg, thanks to our Fiore, Toyota, Volkswagen, Audi, Skynet camera, we do have a clear sky right now. That sun starting to go down, and because of the sun going down, already down to 49 degrees. We lost a degree since our last half hour, and the wind right now currently at 10 miles an hour coming from the west-northwest, and temperatures throughout the area, most of us into the 40s. Huntington, though, the only spot right now into the 50s at 54. Currently 43 in both Somerset and Johnstown, even DuBois 43. Right now, though, 49 degrees in Portland. We do have a westerly to northwesterly wind that is helping cool things down. Now, our satellite radar isn't showing a whole lot. This is all thanks to an area of high pressure in the Ohio Valley that will stay with us for tonight and bring us a clear sky. But because of that, We also do have some advisories in our area. We have a frost advisory for Southern Center County, Huntington County, Blair County, and Bedford County that goes until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So if you do have any sensitive outdoor plants, you do want to be sure to bring them inside. And even though other counties aren't in it, it's because your growing season's already over, it will still turn out to be quite cold for tonight as our low temperatures getting down into the upper 20s and even into the lower 30s, colder than what we were to start today. But what else can we expect? Well, after a cold start Friday, it will turn out to be a milder day. High temperatures getting in the 50s, even into the lower 60s. We'll be damp on Saturday with scattered showers moving through. We can see a few snowflakes as we head into Sunday, but I'll have more details on all this coming up.
Thanks, Matt. Down south, cleanup efforts continue in the wake of Hurricane Michael. More than 24 people were killed in the storm. Thousands of homes destroyed. Many roads are impassable, and that makes relief efforts extremely difficult. The Red Cross is providing shelter, medical care, hot meals, and we here at WTAJ want to do our part to help. We're going to check in with Joe, Amanda, and Alex again for a look at how you can help raise some money for victims there with our Neighbors in Need telethon, guys.
All right, thank you, John. Yeah. So we have Rosalita and Maria with us, and Rosalita, you live Maria, mother-daughter, right? Yeah. And so you live down there. Is it Panama City? Is that
Panama City, Callaway, Panama City? Yeah.
And your home was hit as well.
Yes, but both homes were hit.
Both homes. And so what really struck me is that when you heard that we were having the telethon, what happened?
I broke down because of the kindness and the gesture for people that are so far away and are not even in that terrible, horrible situation to give their time, and for somebody else undergoing such devastation. And just like I talked to a girlfriend this morning, and she says the pictures don't even show the devastation. Not really. You have to see it. Oh, my husband went back. We do have a tree in our roof. We have several trees. But Joe just brought out an interesting point that it's the trees that probably kept the mobile home there. The weight
of it may have helped your house out.
I couldn't believe it was standing.
Yeah, because a lot of times
I praise God.
And where you were probably equivalent to an F1 tornado, because you're east of Panama City, correct? By a little bit eastern side. So you were getting close to where there was probably almost Category 1 tornado winds that hit, and often that will toss a mobile home, and that tree could have added enough weight to help keep it in place.
From what I understand, it was six tornadoes around Callaway.
Wow.
That's why you have a house here, then you have three.
Skip over.
It skipped over, and then the rest of it, but I was pretty devastated when I saw that my church down the street, that the sanctuary was gone, and my choir minister was just standing there looking at the structure. He sent me a picture. And that's devastating, but one thing about it is that there's nothing more wonderful than a church family, because we all pull together and look after each other and the community, and all the volunteers from all denominations stepping up, bringing food trucks, water from all over.
And I pray that all your friends down there are okay. And one thing, real quick, there are people now that they don't have jobs to go back to anymore either, do they?
No jobs, no home. There's not enough shelters to house everybody. But from information that I got from up here watching your television, I found out a way that they can get help for the homeless, because at the end their money's going to run out. There's nothing coming in. Getting access to your money is a nightmare. No ATMs working or anything. So I had to do it from up here. That's why I'm still in Pennsylvania and my husband's in Florida.
Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing your story. We will be talking to you a little bit more. Don't forget, if you call us at 1-800-946-9825, and if you can't get through, call back or go to our website, wearecentralpa.com. Click on the Neighbors in Need Michael Relief Efforts banner on our homepage, and you can make a donation there. And as you can see already, close to $6,000 raised just through our website. That's good news, isn't it, John?
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. We'll check back there over in the telethon. A new behavioral program is launching at 3 sister schools. Our Lindsay Kennett has more on how the kids are teaching each other about the positive power of positivity.
It's better to just show a positive attitude.
Cassidy Tursick, a junior at Bishop McCourt Catholic High School in Johnstown, says it's easy to set a good example for other kids.
High school students are really influential towards the little kids, whether we realize it or not.
Thursday, Tursick and other high schoolers led an assembly on a new faith-based positive behavior program at Divine Mercy Academy and Bishop McCourt called RICH, which stands for Respect, Integrity, Courage, and Humility.
It all ties together, building each other up. Positive personalities, positive behaviors, helping one another.
School leaders say getting the upperclassmen involved can motivate the younger students.
They look up to those kids. You know, the little ones look up to the big ones, and you know, they're setting good examples for them here, and we want to continue to grow and cultivate that.
Every month, the schools will hold focus groups, teaching students like Tursick what it means to be rich.
It just means standing up for what you believe in and being able to do what's right even if people don't think that it's right.
In Johnstown, Lindsay Kennett, WTAJ News.
Ahead tonight, a public servant who's been serving our area for a quarter century says he's moving on. Find out what he plans to do next. That's after the break.
Welcome to Better Hearing.
Even mild hearing loss can lead to emotional isolation and cognitive decline. The experts at Lemmy Audiology will help you restore independence, social interaction, and rediscover your active lifestyle. Call 941-7770 today.
Fiore Toyota is celebrating its 28th anniversary and is looking forward to serving you for the next 28 years. Save big with model year-end clearance deals during our 28th anniversary sale. Check them out at GoFioreToyota.com and don't forget to click the WOW button for a great low price on a new Toyota. Fiore Toyota gives you a lifetime warranty, a really low WOW price, and a big inventory of new Toyotas to choose from. Wow! Don't miss these savings at our 28th anniversary sale. Fiore Toyota, your lifetime warranty dealer.
Sportsmen, don't miss these super prices at Grace Gun Shop's fall sale. Smith & Wesson's Bodyguard 380 starting at just $249.95. The compact Smith & Wesson Shield in 9mm or 40 S&W is just $369.95, or with Crimson Trace Laser for only $399.95. And Smith & Wesson's Bodyguard 38 Special Revolvers are just $299.95. Only at Grace Gun Shop in downtown Clearfield. See sale flyer and order online at gracegunshop.com.
Our home is the center of our lives. We've lived here for 30 years, and it means so much for us to be able to stay here as we get older.
And thanks to Governor Tom Wolf, we will.
Governor Wolf gave seniors access to home health care, so we have the option to stay put and aren't forced into a nursing home. And Governor Wolf also implemented criminal background checks on caregivers. I know Tom Wolf is looking out for us.
It's SUV season at State College Ford. Drive the new Escape or Explorer with 0% financing and up to $1,750 bonus cash. Incredible selection and top dollar for your trade. Online at statecollegeford.com. Always your best deal.
Bud's Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of WTAJ News. Live from your news leader, John Clay, Amanda Kenny, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Murgo. WTAJ News at 6 continues.
Well, township officials leaving his position after almost 25 years for a job in the private sector. Our Allison Gens joins us live from Sandy Township with more on his plans. Allison?
John, Township Manager Dave Manella, isn't saying what his new job is, but business is going to go on as usual in the township until his last day on November 15th. Sandy Township Manager Dave Manella announced his resignation at the Township Supervisors meeting Monday. After nearly 25 years working for Sandy Township, he has some advice for his successor.
Listen. That's probably the best thing I can say is certainly listen to what the needs are. Listen to the people that you get the opportunity to see every day, and just be very open for listening to a lot of the opinions.
And even though he's resigning as manager, he's not stepping down from having a role in the community.
I'm moving on, not moving out. So I'm still going to be very active in our community here. I'm still going to be living here in this community.
Township supervisors have begun the search to fill Manella's position, and Manella says he doesn't know yet when that position will be filled. In Sandy Township, I'm Allison Gens, WTAJ News.
We will have a pleasant end to our work week, but we'll be dealing with some showers over the weekend. I'll have more details on all of this coming up.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
Few others on Earth can rival the strength of an ant relative to its size. Until now. The new 2018 GMC Terrain has arrived. Terrain, the powerful compact SUV from GMC.
Step up to GMC with 16% below MSRP on this 2018 Terrain SLT. That's over $6,100 below MSRP when you finance through GM Financial.
Our Congressman, G.T. Thompson, is one of us, fighting for us every day.
He's a big supporter of the military and military veterans.
Every farmer knows how important GT is for us.
G.T. Thompson's never lost touch with us.
He is a true champion of career technical education.
Working with President Trump, Congressman Thompson delivers more jobs, higher wages, and less taxes.
I'm Congressman G.T. Thompson, and I approve this message.
This is a great time to visit the Shoe Fly stores. New fall shoes and boots are arriving each day. And now through October 21st, we're celebrating Customer Appreciation Days with savings up to $20 off on your favorite fashion, comfort, and outdoor brands throughout the store. Save $10 on New Balance, save $15 on American-made SAS, save $20 on Red Wing boots, and many more. Come visit the Shoe Fly stores in the Pleasant Valley Shopping Center, Altoona, and save during our Customer Appreciation Days.
Wolf Furniture is having a sale so big you'll save hundreds of dollars on every sofa, sectional bed, and dining table. For 3 days only, save at least 20 and up to 65% on furniture and mattresses. Plus, you'll get a discount equal to your sales tax and 2 years no interest with nothing down. Save so big on this Lazy Boy sofa. Now not $7.98, but only $5.98. A sale so big, it's our biggest sale. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Wolf Furniture.
Every evening from around the world, across our nation, to here at home.
On WTAJ News at 6.
And the CBS Evening News, original reporting.
Every evening right here on WTAJ.
Two-time Academy Award winner Hilary Swank and Robert Forster. Plus, it's taco night. Boom! Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, Friday morning at 9. Now, your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Matt Riddle.
Okay, it was a chilly start to today. We had low temperatures down into those lower and middle 30s throughout the entire area. As we can see here, it started off 39 degrees in Altoona, 34 in Johnstown. We didn't warm up. We warmed up a little bit throughout the day. Right now, was a high temperature of 51 in Altoona, 46 the high temperature in Johnstown. And when we look at the almanac for Altoona, that high temperature of 51, well, that's 10 degrees below our average high temperature of 61 degrees. That low temperature of 39 right around our average low of 40 degrees. But temperatures right now, Huntington the only spot into the 50s at 54, dropped down to 49 in Altoona, 43 Johnstown, Somerset 46. Right now in Clearfield. And look, satellite and radar, we do have a clear sky after we had some clouds for this morning, all thanks to an area of high pressure in Ohio that will be drifting just off to our south through the overnight hours. That will give us a more southerly wind flow as we head into tomorrow. That'll bring in some milder air to our region. But for tonight, with that clear sky, it will become quite cold, colder than what it was this morning. And because of that, the National Weather Service, where we're still in the growing season, which is in southern center, Huntington, Blair, and Bedford counties, you guys have a frost advisory until 9 o'clock Friday morning. So you do want to be sure you bring in any of those sensitive plants. Now, even though the rest of the area you're not in that, it will still, again, be quite cold, have frosty conditions waking up tomorrow morning, as we will have our low temperatures getting down into the upper 20s, into the lower 30s. High pressure stays off to our south tomorrow, but starts to kick out. We will have some high clouds filtering in later in the day. So it will be mostly sunny to start, then becoming partly sunny later in the day, and then a good deal of clouds move in. We will have some showers developing overnight and even on into Saturday. A front pushes through, bringing us some scattered showers. But for tomorrow, to end out our work week, not bad. Clouds, sunshine, breezy, milder. High temperatures middle to upper 50s, even along and east of I-99. High temperatures getting into those lower and middle 60s. Clouds, scattered showers again on Saturday. High temperatures into the 50s Through the overnight hours, overnight low temperatures falling down into the 30s. We can see a couple flurries, even some snow showers in some spots to start off our Sunday. Otherwise, clouds slowly breaking for sunshine, but it will be a windy and cold day. High temperatures not getting out of the 40s. Rebound a little bit as we head into our Monday. High temperatures most of the week into the 50s, and we are working to raise money for the victims of Hurricane Michael. Let's check back in with Joe, Alex, and Amanda for how WTAJ's Neighbors in Need Telethon is going. Guys, how's it going over there?
Well, I'm really proud of Central Pennsylvania, and you can still call 1-800-946-9825. We are closing in on $20,000.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Considering we raised so much money for Hurricane
Yes.
Florence, it is incredible to see the generosity of Central PA just weeks, what was it, a month later?
Yeah, it was about a month.
Almost exactly a month.
Wow.
And, you know, and Ken was talking about, you know, sometimes there's fatigue because, you know, not only we had a disaster.
Sure.
Then there was Florence, and now there's Michael. And, you know, some people are really, you know, it takes an emotional toll, and you can't not talk to Maria and just feel how bad it is down there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just really, and I knew you can't tell what it's like unless you were there on the ground, and I still say it is way worse than the pictures show.
I know, yeah.
Joe, you were talking earlier about you haven't seen a storm like this since like '92.
Yeah. Yeah, Hurricane Andrew, which hit as a Category 4, but then they upgraded to 5, so they did some research. And that may happen with this one, too. I mean, you're talking about, you know, tornadoes are usually tiny and a huge swath of damage, of devastation. This was like a mega tornado that moved on shore. This is a much different scenario than what Florence was, what Harvey was last year. And I'm not knocking them either because they're still dealing. There are people who can't go home because of mold and the flooding damage.
Sure.
Now we're also talking about people
and
don't have homes.
33 people and counting have passed because of this, and I think that number is just going to go up.
Yep.
Okay, we'll be right back.
It's a night of great programs from America's most watched network, CBS. Then stay tuned for WTAJ News at 11 with John Clay and Amanda Kenny. Tonight's primetime lineup is brought to you by Wolf Furniture.
Look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Now it's your turn to ride with the big dogs. Lease the built Ford Tough 2018 F-150 Super Crew for only $239 a month. Just $239.
I'm Dr. John Joyce, and I approve this message. Children are a blessing from God. Life begins at conception. I'm Dr. John Joyce, and I'll be a pro-life, common-sense conservative in Congress.
I spent 40 years in the coal mines, just like my dad before me. So it was a slap in the face when the government threatened to strip away our health insurance. Benefits we earned and Washington guaranteed. Bob Casey said, no way. He passed a law, working with Democrats and Republicans, that protects health care coverage for 20,000 retired miners. Senator Casey forced Washington to make good on his promise.
I'm Bob Casey, and I'm proud to approve this message.
Be a part of changing lives.
We are providing state-of-the-art nursing care.
I work side by side with the doctors.
I get to really know my patients.
Health South Altoona and Nittany Valley Hospitals have immediate RN openings in our premier rehabilitation facilities. Apply at our website today.
Come join our team.
Our economy is soaring, our jobs are booming, we are respected again. Your terrific Republican candidate, John Joyce, will make America great again.
I'm Dr. John Joyce, and I approve this message.
Shamar Moore stars in SWAT. New CBS tonight, 10, 9 Central.
WTAJ Sports with Jack Washer.
Well, Penn State football won its first national championship back in 1982, argued by some as the greatest college football team ever. Well, former Penn State offensive lineman Bill Contz set out to make sure that declaration had some validity to it.
If I had the chance to do it all over again to play for Penn State and Joe Paterno, I would make that, choose to do that in a heartbeat. There's a standard. You know, you go to Penn State at that point in the late 70s expecting to win 9, 10, 11 games, go to a major bowl game.
The Western Pennsylvania native descended upon Happy Valley in 1979 and started at tackle on the 1982 National Championship team.
A lot of us came to Penn State with hopes and dreams of playing in a national championship game. Going into that Sugar Bowl game, we were firing on all cylinders.
Garrity, touchdown! Penn State wins it, 27-23.
Not to be denied, all these Penn State teams that come so close. Here we had the privilege and the good fortune to be part of a team that finally got them over the hump to get that elusive first national championship.
Kant would go on to enjoy a 7-year career in the NFL before hanging it up in 1989.
Your body wears out over time. It's a game of attrition.
But the memory of the '82 season never left him.
I find myself in a Carnegie Public Library and I flip open an encyclopedia-sized book of NCAA statistics, and I flip over to a page where it says the nation's toughest schedule annual leaders. And lo and behold, there are a lot of Penn State teams that are listed in the years I played there. I started to periodically monitor that over the years and check back to see if there was any team that did what this '82 team did.
35 years and 70,000 words later, When the Lions Roared was born. During his research, Kantz went from author to fan.
It took on a life of its own based on these stories that I started gathering. And then when I find some other folks would provide me with additional details that I had no idea existed. And I think they would have remained that way had people not asked the question. I became a fan myself of some of the things my teammates were telling me about, their own vivid recollections that year. And this is 35 years removed from the events taking place.
Accomplishing what he set out to do from the very beginning.
It was validation for Joe Paterno's grand experiment that he could win at the elite level, take on a who's who list of top 10 teams.
Well, wow. The thing is, he convinced me that they were the greatest team, and I'm a big college football fan, yeah. So he was very good at doing that. So, and I've only read a little bit of the book, so it's worth, and he got me to buy it literally after the interview, so it was pretty interesting.
You're a tough skeptic, and he won you over.
Exactly.
That's impressive,
exactly,
huh?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to have much more on the telethon that we are raising money for Hurricane Michael victims. We'll be back with a wrap-up of that in a minute.
Fiore Toyota is celebrating its 28th anniversary and is looking forward to serving you for the next 28 years. Save big with model year-end clearance deals during our 28th anniversary sale. Check them out at GoFioreToyota.com and don't forget to click the WOW button for a great low price on a new Toyota. Fiore Toyota gives you a lifetime warranty, a really low WOW price, and a big inventory of new Toyotas to choose from. Wow! Don't miss these savings at our 28th anniversary sale. Fiore Toyota, your lifetime warranty dealer.
Conventional thinking can't save healthcare. Welcome to change. Just because it's never been done doesn't mean we can't do it. Just because it hasn't been seen doesn't mean we can't envision it. We are uncommon to the core. We are UPMC.
Nittany Nation coverage is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. WTAJ News continues.
Ring, ring. The phones are ringing still.
All four phones are in use. If you can't go through, and they we'll keep it going for a little bit. But if you can't get through, you can always go to our website at wearecentralpa.com. So thank you so much, Central Pennsylvania, for opening up your hearts. We have a total so far before what's on the phone and in my hand right now. Let's go ahead and show it. We had 20,550 raised so far, and from what I'm seeing right here, we're going to be close to 21,000, and some more is still coming on in. It's really sad that people just don't have homes down there, don't have jobs, and don't have the basics of life.
Absolutely. And afterwards, after 6:32, you can always go to wearecentralpa.com and donate there. Have a good night.